And we are back once again with another episode of Wild Beyond the Witchlight, the Jumping Junipers. Last week, they were moving through different attractions in the carnival. I believe they stopped by the Thunderdome and did some battle with robot clowns and gazers, or that were made of actual cake. You won a prize, and I think one of the thunder suits was stolen by none other than Jack. You also moved along to the mystery mine, where strange illusions seeped into the minds of those who couldn't quite take the fear element of the roller coaster. And one such fear manifested itself as obscurity, the shadow of Gleam. She seemed to warp the interior of this large cave, and it felt for a moment like there was no escaping this for Notus. All color was drained from them. Their hair kind of went bleach white for a moment as they were like trying to drag them down into a pit of darkness. And you envisioned a set of stairs, and as you were trying to climb up them, they kept on falling away and led downwards. Clearly, obscurity is trying to make your life a living hell. And in fact, later on, when you got to the bubble pop teapot, she appeared a second time. But before she could get her clutches on you, Baird came to the rescue, throwing a dagger and piercing the bubble and popping their magical barrier. They floated away, and you were able to enjoy the view for the first time, which is perfect for Notus, because, as you said, it was like you were in your element with the wind and the air. Meanwhile, Vaike enjoyed a nice little date with Muse, and after that, it looked like the crowning of the Witchlight Monarch was finally upon you. You headed down towards the Silversong Lake, where you enjoyed the most beautiful scene of Palasha, the mermaid, singing this haunting and enchanting melody. And you all urged Candlefoot. This was the time for him to make that move. And as he finally went up, he plucked up the courage and proposed to Palasha, raising the mood once again to the height of the carnival. After this momentous occasion, it was fitting that Mr. Witch and Mr. Light begin to announce the monarch themselves. And as the Weatherlight Vane began to spin, trying to pick out just who has brought the most joy to the carnival, he seemed very distracted. And Mr. Witch was pulling out his pocket watch, checking the time, trying to get Mr. Light to speed up a little bit because they haven't got long. And that's when suddenly, speeding along out of nowhere, the little lawnling known as April, the bug-eyed thief of the Witchlight Carnival, snatched and swallowed the Witchlight watch, the pocket watch. And Mr. Witch is absolutely panicking right now. He kind of rushes forward on the deck, trying to call out to you guys and shout that thing stole the watch. The pocket watch is of no mundane quality, I can assure you. It's of utmost importance that we retrieve it. The Witchlight watch itself is the only thing that keeps this carnival going round and round. It has the power to pack or unpack the entire carnival. We have to get it back. And he just begins to run towards them, but
I'm
you see, they've weaved between everyone. They jumped onto Vaike's head and shouted, "You're it!" before a puffball mushroom. They dodged that. Everyone tried to grab them, slow them, to no avail. And Mr. Light is also in a panic. It's like, what are we going to do? Please, someone, can anyone help?
I'm running.
Zay.
Yeah,
I'm chasing.
Can I
call out to Mr. Witch. Isn't the carnival stuff not allowed to interfere in stuff like this?
They must have found some sort of loophole. I don't know what they've done, but these thieves have gone too far. And wait, how do you know about that? It's not important right now. We have to get back the watch. Okay. Everyone just starts to give chase on foot. Muse is also shouting after you. Like, go get him!
You got it. Throw a thumbs up as I'm football sprinting.
He smiles and says, that's my cake.
Delicious.
She just waves you guys on. So April rushes through, darting between carnival goers, stilt walkers. The whole parade is gathering, expecting there to be a crowning of the monarch right now. And so there is a huge crowd of people that you guys are gonna have to try and plow through.
Yes.
So we're gonna start at the top with April, who let me think. She is going to, well, there's a number of different complications. I'm just gonna roll the first one actually and see where we get to. And I've got like a grand total of 30 different complications.
Oh boy.
I could literally,
Can you please make it 32 so it's a multiple of 8?
Yes. You'll have to come up with the 2 if I roll 31 or 32.
I can
It probably involves Thacker.
Thacker.
All right.
Oh no.
There's an old lady crossing the street.
Come to think of it, it actually might be more fun should you all get your own individual.
Our own
Hey, you know
individual
what? Play it
complication.
like this. Yeah, exactly. So for April, we'll start.
She was paying more attention to us.
She does get her own thing. 22 though is okay. Interesting. So she's rushing past everyone. You see her like spit out from her own like mouth another one of those unicorn horns, very much confirming that she is the one who's stealing these all. And as she spits it out, you suddenly see it kind of spring to life, turns into a full like toy unicorn, and it begins running patterns of 8. And yeah, it basically gets in the way of whoever's rushing towards you guys. I think she's also going to quickly roll a acrobatics check.
There you
Oh yeah, I mean, she's got +8. And she basically like leaps over this toy that's like jumping up and down and around. When I say a toy unicorn, I mean like it's the full size unicorn, but like it's clearly like animatronic. So the top of the round, Notus. Can you roll me a D32 as well?
You got those?
Yeah, you can just do /R space D32.
Press the wrong button on my bloody keyboard. 1D32. 19.
19. Okay, this is a giant dragonfly begins to swoop down. Seeing the commotion, is clearly trying to get amongst the chase. Swoops down to try and catch April. And in doing so, basically nearly collides with you, Notus. And you see its rider is spilling drink all over the witchlight hands as well. But I think I need you to roll a dexterity save to avoid this hovering dragonfly.
Is the rider drinking and flying?
Yes.
Very responsible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. We gotta have a conversation about
FUI.
That's a 13.
Flying under influence.
It's cranberry juice.
that.
A 13, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Cranberry spit.
Okay, so this round, you're basically knocked aside and unable to catch up to April in any capacity this round. But someone may get the chance later, we'll see. But for this round, you're basically stumbling around, getting back up onto your feet, and having to chase up to the rest of your friends. Vaike, you can roll a d32.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-mm.
31.
Fuck.
31.
I want to
Looks like
grab.
it's
I want
Thaco
like.
time.
Oh, Thaco. All right.
Time for Thaco.
Yeah, it's gotta be.
We trust Thaco. We trust in Thaco. Trust in Thaco.
Did you have a role related to Burley?
No.
That's Burley.
I was gonna say
Burley's-
31 or 32
Mhm.
could be something with a horde of pumpkins rolling by.
Okay, sure. Whatever it is, April's responsible for it. You can tell. She rushes past one of these carts and pulls on the slats at the back, and all these pumpkins come tumbling out and creates a minefield for you to rush across. Fake, I guess.
This just makes me happy. Exactly. As I'm running through, I'm just gonna start like Minesweeper, like kicking these pumpkins out of the way
Had to kick him at April.
and try to kick them at April. Absolutely.
All right. So give me a dexterity save as you try to dodge out of the way of these.
Dexterity.
I realize a lot of these might be dex based,
All right.
but it is the
No.
nature of the chase.
Like,
Not
you
my
can make it
strong suit.
athletics. If he's gonna kick him.
That's
Anything
too easy for me.
Most complications are going to be save based because they're things that are happening to you.
Yeah.
That's a success though. Vaike, yeah. Okay, Vaike, you're able to maneuver around each pumpkin, and if you do want to kick it one at April, I'll allow it.
Yeah.
It might knock her in the head.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, well, in that case, best I can give you is just a roll with your cestus. I know you're not probably not proficient with
Pumpkin kicking. Not yet.
pumpkins, but
Not yet.
let's just see you roll the cestus, and if you hit April.
I'll just roll a strength check. I feel like that's fair.
Okay. I'm not going to give you disadvantage though, because the blur would normally screw you over.
That's a 15.
That's just barely a miss.
Unfortunately.
April ducks out of the way, and you see the pumpkin smash on one of the nearby stools, and she turns around and goes, "Hey, that doesn't count. You got to tag me, touch. You have to be touched.
It's just a warm
Pumpkins
up.
don't count."
It's just a warm up.
He said, "Oh yeah, well, try warming up for this." And she quickly snatches one of the fire breather sticks out of their hand, and she's now got a flaming torch as well.
my God.
She rushes forward. We don't know what she's going to do with that, but she might set a light to some things. It is going to be Baird. Give me that D32.
Yeah. 16.
Okay. Two teenagers dazily shamble forward, clearly dizzy after riding the mystery mine. So they're stumbling around, so dizzy, trying to get their bearings, and suddenly they can't avoid you. And as you try to go around one way, they dizzily stumble into you another way, and then it's that awkward part where you're trying to get past someone on the path, and they go to your left, and then you go to it's like that. But there's two of them, and they keep bumping into you. I guess this would probably be more like strength to try and push through them, because they're stumbling into you, and you want to. Yeah, you can roll me a strength save.
Big bird.
I guess considering where they are, they've probably come off the carousel. Oh, well, there you go. Okay.
Can I use prestidigitation to unlight that torch she's carrying?
Okay, yes, fair. That'll be
Nice.
that'll be your action.
Yeah,
But yes, I will say, yeah.
I am not letting chaos take this carnival.
Oh god, just as well, because she was about to set fire to another fruit stall, and
Like,
as
she
soon as
holds out her torch
Not
and
just fruit.
she just happens to be here. Look, there's like a little banana.
She just
and
hates fruit so
cherry.
much.
That's it.
she holds up the torch
prefers
to light it on
flies and-
fire, only to like thunk, 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 thunk.
Is a pumpkin a fruit?
No, a pumpkin
gets-
is a gourd.
Veg.
Okay. Vaike hates vegetables.
She's frustrated by the like the smoking stick and just tosses it into the tent, but it kind of bounces off, leaving just a little bit of charcoal smear.
I'll egg her
Okay,
on
yeah, you
by
prevent-
sticking my tongue out at her.
I will say you can probably get advantage on the next what's it called? Complication as well.
Okay.
For you, bed. So, Garreth, where are you? Yeah, you're back here. Roll me a D32.
26.
26. Okay. That would be up here. A dragonborn witchlight hand begins a fire-eating routine. Oh, well, this actually kind of coincides exactly with what April was running past.
Really?
The dragonborn begins eating their fire routine, and then suddenly the fire explodes. But don't worry, it transforms into cotton candy, but it completely obscures your vision, and you're now wading your way through this cloud of cotton. I guess this would be more of a constitution save,
Oh no.
because you could get blinded by the cotton candy, and it's going to choke you up in your mouth as well.
Oh.
No,
Oh.
that's a fail. So you're going to just fall behind a little bit this turn. You're completely lost, and by the time you emerge from the cloud, you realize you're over by Catch the Dragon Tail and nowhere near the others.
I'll just try
Um,
to clean myself. And how about Jack?
Yeah, all right, Jack can roll again.
Where's Jack? There's Jack. Also, Con.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, he's good for it.
That's just a fail. Barely.
Oh.
No, I'm looking for 15s
No.
on these ones.
Oh, man.
These complications are really wild. Yeah. Now, if you had something like resistance, that would pop it up. But unfortunately,
No.
Jack 2 is completely soaked in cotton candy. And he rolls out the one side. People think he's a pumpkin that's just come out of the cart. They're trying to load him back into the cart. And he's like, no, get off me. All right, and finally Ulric, who's chasing up the rear. I'll roll for him. E32. A 20. So this is a tiny gnome drinking a beverage. Oh, there's loads of drinking at this hour, it seems.
What? Are you
as-
surprised?
He rushes and he drinks from this massive like tankard, and after he finishes it, slams it on the stool, and then lets out this small little voice, like it's a belch, but it drastically changes to suddenly that of a bellowing ogre. And Ulric's caught off guard as the burp is like right in the side of his ear. And I'm going to say he's probably going to have to roll a wisdom save for this, which is not his strong suit. But yeah,
Oh.
no, he's completely caught off guard, and for a moment just startled, and looks around for this dangerous threat, and then looks down and sees this tiny gnome who's like, "Oh, excuse me, that was really gassy."
It's almost
Ulric's just gonna like scratch. Yeah, just scratching his head like, Anyway, he has to catch up, realizes he's wasted too much time. Okay, we are at the top of the round now. April's gonna roll a new complication. This music's all too calming.
Oh,
Use some of the
no.
chase from the
Cotton candy
Dark Moon
clouds.
Races. Was that a 9? Okay. Ooh, I get to use the first table. Okay. A 9. Uh-oh. April ends up running through a swarm of tricksy pixies who are all taking their turns at a tug of war on their hair, their clothes, their arms, anything they can get a hold of. And they're going to have to try and disengage from them. It says they get an attack of opportunity, basically. And if they hit, then that's the bad complication. So I'm just going to roll a couple of d20s.
Are they trying to hit April?
Yeah. They
Oh,
see the
man.
thief. They know who that is. I'll let them roll one more. Pixie's attack of opportunity is not high, though. Check what they got.
Until they roll against us.
Yeah, it's not enough, I'm afraid, to grab a hold of the laundering thief. As they grab onto their hair and try to pull on it, you see it's like slimy and slick with that mucus, and it just slips out of their grasp. Ah, it's too slimy. Ah, they're like a frog. And April's like, oh, you want to play too? You want to be part of the game? And April just goes tag, tag, tag on all three of them, and then does a little pirouette and backflips out of there.
Wait, April, you're not it.
Oh yeah, that's true. She's got so excited she's lost the plot. Which way does she go though? She suddenly changes direction from that and is going to head down this way towards the ticket booth and Thunderdome. Okay, Notus. You can roll a d32. Yeah.
31.
That's the
More
pumpkins.
pumpkins.
What? More pumpkins?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I mean, you are running past the fruit store.
The torch happened to hit.
So this time, there are literally banana skins all over the floor.
Oh.
Where people have been littering. You can give you that deck save.
It's like Mario Kart.
Okay. Question. Can I use my Juniper tattoo? It gives me advantage on a dex save.
Ooh.
But it says on my
Oh,
next turn.
Yes. Yeah, that'd be now. You can use
Yeah.
it, I'll say. Yeah. Because this isn't like true combat. This is like... Ooh, we got a
Thank
success. Okay, perfect. All right. You slip and slide around, but you actually ride the lightning and manage to use it as momentum to catch up to April. And you can do something to try and either slow down April, kick a pumpkin at their head, or throw a banana skin in front of them if you want. Like, you get an action now to try and do something to April.
Okay. How far away is April? Is she within grabbing distance or not?
Grabbing. You can try to grapple her.
No. I'm asking if she's within my reach.
Yeah, there's not really a set distance here. If you need to be in melee to do what you want to do, then sure.
My strength's not my strong suit, but we'll give it a go.
You want to try and grab her?
Yeah.
Okay, good luck. Roll me a athletics check then. Okay, 14. She looks behind her and says, wait, you caught up quick. You must be very light on your feet. Too bad they're smelly. And she leaps up and just sticks a tongue out at you like, meh, and then backflips away again. She is such a slippery sucker. And then she coughs up a load of banana skins as she goes. Turns out she was just eating from the fruit stall all this time. But yeah, no, that's going to be a failure, I'm afraid. Notus' turns up. Vaike, you're up. Another 32.
32, 14.
14, okay. That's number 4 on this table. A Witchlight hand puts on an impromptu puppet show for a group of children. The puppets are acting as accented. The puppet's acting is accented by magical lights springing up around them. So you've got this crowd of children directly in your purview, and you don't want to like plow through them because they're all sitting down enjoying the show, and then suddenly dazzling lights blink in front of you all at once. It kind of disorientates you and dazzles you a little bit. I'll let this be a con save, actually.
Con save.
I think. Yeah.
Hey.
Oh
There we
shit!
go.
Nat 20. There we go.
Doesn't
You've got
even,
used to these magical. He doesn't flinch. No, I mean you've got the magical lights already,
Didn't
haven't
you
you?
roll on that
part of
20
your...
the previous round as well?
I did.
No, bro.
Oh, that's you? Okay.
No. So yeah, you're already kind of expecting what this does. I mean, haven't you already got a puppet that literally casts dancing lights?
Yeah,
So
it does,
wait,
yeah.
cast minor illusion, and you got a
And I have a
one.
1,
So
yeah.
you're getting used to all these magics, so you're not surprised or startled by this, and you keep your eyes on the prize. April
Actually-
is just up ahead.
Can I go the other way?
Yes, you can. You want to head towards the Hall of Illusion?
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, then, we'll say... Well, your turn will just be basically rushing and dashing over there.
Yeah.
And so your turn will kind of be delayed until April gets around there.
So I don't have an action.
You don't have an action, but, well, you are using your action to sort of dash
Okay.
to get there. But now you're ready and waiting by the entrance. So we'll say you are by it. Counterfoot's not here. I just realized he's over by the lake. So there's also whilst you're running, you do go past the strange cabinet with Tasha, the witch.
Oh.
You know, the one that made the poor halfling laugh.
Ooh.
This gives me so many ideas.
Okay. Then for now, we'll go to Bird.
Baird. Yeah,
Bird.
so
Another.
roll D32, and I have advantage on a bit because of my, or whatever it is, because
This.
oh, I just rolled 32. That's not
No, yeah.
that's not correct.
You just said 32. No, there we go. Okay. I think we've had these. Is this the dizzy couple out of the mystery mind again?
They came back.
That happened to me last time. Oh my god.
It's the
How did
same
that catch up to you?
kids.
You tell you what, I'll let you re-roll this because there's no chance that they could have been the same one for you. 10. Okay, that's better. So a 10. A thickly packed crowd of spectators has gathered to watch a trio of witchlight hands perform a juggling act. You will need to. This one's a choice. You can make either dexterity save or a strength save. I mean, you're both the same anyway, but you need to make your way through the crowd unimpeded, and you can
Yeah.
roll with advantage.
Yeah, I'll roll dex with advantage.
Okay,
Nice.
let's see what we get.
17.
That is a success. And
Yeah,
you
I
know
just-
what? You might even catch something as you're going by.
Yeah. What sort of items are there in the air? Like, as I imagine that I dive through the juggling act, like just through the circle. Almost.
There are theater masks, glass orbs that emit light. There's a stuffed unicorn toy and a small drum being juggled.
I will. For some reason, the glass ball that emits light is something that I'm just like,
Oh.
She likes shiny things.
Hello.
Okay,
Hello.
sounds
And-
good.
I'll catch that and just have it in one of my hands while I. Do I still have an action to perform against her while I?
Yes, you do. Yeah, that's just some little extra as you're rushing through the
Yeah.
juggling act. You manage to like duck underneath one, catch the orb, and keep running after April.
I sort of nod to the jugglers as I do because I know that I just made their act like 2 times cooler by jumping through the circle. Like, that's my payment. My payment is making everyone happier.
Yeah, they all cheer and clap like, "Woo! Do a cartwheel!"
Yeah, sure. Honestly, Baird could.
Yeah.
But yeah,
What do you want to
Yeah.
try and do to slow down or catch April?
yeah, I will. What do I have on hand? I have a backpack, but I'm just looking at my equipment to see if there's anything I have that might help. I don't think I have anything that matters though.
No?
Beyond a funny silver ball.
You try and distract him with it.
Yeah, could I try to distract her with it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, knowing how like absent-minded she is, could I prestidigitate the glowing ball to where it's a the glowing witchlight watch, and like look at her and like nod like I somehow got it in that.
Okay. Yeah, I'll tell you what then. You call out, like, look what you've got, and there's they're leaping in the air, they almost spin around and look behind them to see who's catching up.
And I
They'll
pull it
roll
like
a
out of
wisdom save.
the banana peels that they were like throwing back out of their mouth.
Oh.
April lands from one leap, stops, and she goes, "What? Where did you get that shiny?
You spat
I
it
thought I
out.
had the shiny." And she taps her belly for a moment, like tries to like retch and regurgitate it for a moment. But in this moment, she's distracted and she's standing still, trying to like heave up the witchlight watch.
And I don't know if I have another action, but
Not another one, but
okay, yeah,
it might be a chance for someone else to do something now. For
yeah.
sure. Okay.
Oh, she's got her
Garreth,
mouth
roll
open.
the-
Oh my gosh, Garreth, Jack.
Yeah, she's. Oh, yep. Garreth and Jack.
We're up. 14.
Roll. Okay, 14. Oh, here we go. Is that the prop? Isn't that the? Yeah, we've had this one. This is the same puppet show before.
Oh no.
Roll again. Roll again. I want to get as many different ones as we can get. Can
21.
from this. 21.
We've
Okay, that
that's
one
one
is.
before.
I don't think
No,
so.
no, we haven't. This is, you see a massive puff of glitter. A
Oh, no.
man's head suddenly turns into the head of a braying donkey, to the giggling delight of a group of mischievous pixies. But it's as this eruption of glitter happens, I need another con save from you to not be blinded.
No.
Yeah, you're getting all the con saves. No, you're blind again, staggering around, trying to rub your eyes of all the glitter.
14. We're
Oh,
blind.
it's not a success for Jack, though.
Sad.
They are blind. Both of you are stumbling around, trying to figure out what to do, bumping into stools and other goers. Ulric, the
Can
chase
I
is on.
still go
and
this way?
huh? You don't know which way is the way. You've no idea which way you're going. You're blind. So Ulric, the chase is on right now. April has been rushing and dying through all these attractions, and as she goes, she's causing chaos and making complications every round. So to determine which one we get, you have to roll a d32, and you have to just press into the chat /R space d32 and then enter. So you got a 4. How many puppet shows are there?
I think it's the same puppet show, 'cause it's everyone that's run by that spot.
If you could for me, press up on the keyboard and then you'll get to re-roll this one. I'm gonna try and get different ones. 27. Okay. So a goblin, a bugbear, and a hobgoblin walk into a tent. Emerging the tent, you see the...
Oh, that's the setup for such a great joke.
It totally is. Emerging the tent, you see the tallest goblin that you've ever seen in a trench coat, and they're clearly wobbly on their feet, and they are stumbling in towards you, and they nearly toppled over you. And to not be knocked off your feet, roll me a strength saving throw.
Okay. This is one way to come back into the...
Ulric bully suddenly aware of everything.
Nice. Yeah, you're able to actually catch them, steady them on their feet, and they say, thank you very much for that. And you hear another voice like, thank you. Yeah, cheers, man. From down below, about your head height.
Oh, yeah, sure.
When you rush up to the others, you catch up to April, and she's in the middle of the runway, and she's currently heaving, and she's grabbing her belly as if to try and throw something up. And you can see Baird is distracting them with this glowing kind of orb. But they're standing still for the moment. You have an option to try and do something.
Could I?
You've got an action.
Can I try to pin April with my horns to something?
Holy.
Like, just look like
Pin
pinner.
them, eh? You will have to hit them first, I guess. And to do that, they've got a really high AC.
You know, okay.
You can try. Like, this is a good option. Like, if you get the hit.
Oh,
That is a miss, I'm afraid.
Do they have advantage from her being distracted?
Well, that would mean that they have flat.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
they normally have blurred movement. When they're as long as the quickling is moving, all attacks are at disadvantage. But yeah, this is a flat roll. No,
But she's standing
I
still.
know. So, well, it says unless she's incapacitated. She's not incapacitated.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
Or
constantly
her speed is
vibrating.
0.
Sorry.
Yeah.
We have to play with
exactly,
the rules, so we're very wordy.
If she, yeah, that's fine. So if she's grappled, she can't have blurred movement, basically, or incapacitated. But right now, she's just kind of distracted, and I'm afraid your horns rush forward. She sees it just in time, and basically just ducks underneath you, and pass right over the top of her. She's very low to the ground, and your horn's gonna scrape up some mud. And she looks around like, "Woo, that was close." This is like, I should have like a little red cape. Toro. And she's trying to be like a matador now.
that's highly offensive, and I don't like that.
I was going to say, we know what Sean would say if he was here.
Yeah. Oh, but it's fun. And April does another little spin in the air, and then, well, I'm gonna say after a moment or two, she does finally regurgitate the witchlight watch, and she looks at it and goes, "Hey, it's right here. You're trying to trick me."
Baird goes, "Are you sure we could trade?" Like
Does your one go
obviously,
tick,
like
tick, 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 tick?
Baird makes a ticking sound with his mimicry.
Wow. You're like the other Kenku. That's so cool. Ah, man. She tries to do the same, but it just sounds like clicking
TikTok.
with her tongue.
Here, I will say, I will hold
just-
out. I'll hold it in my hand, and I'll like go. How about we throw it to each other so we can both check?
She says, "No, I like it when you are running after me instead. You clearly want this thing. It looks special." And unfortunately, it's not your turn right now, Bit, but she is gonna just turn around, and I think, what did I roll for her? 18. 3 witchlight hands compete in a handstand contest. One seems clearly better than the others, as they are juggling several objects with their feet. That's insane. She's clearly distracted by this as well. And I think she's just gonna roll. You'll get involved. Why not? She's gonna try and balance on top of the handstand and get some high advantage from everyone, which she does with ease. So she jumps up to the top, which is near. This is near Topple Tower, which actually makes sense because you kind of got to get right up to the top of the tower and topple it as it happens. And so these handstand competitions are happening over here, and she immediately like leaps, bounces onto the top, and like she's now like 10, 15 feet in the air, balancing on top of the entire stack. Okay, it's Notus's go.
Okay, so with her on top of the stack, I'm assuming I have a good view.
You do, unless you roll something weird on the complication table. Another 32. And at some point, I'll just start picking these out if we get too many repeats.
31.
Oh, there you go, like that one. I'm just going to pick the next lowest, which was...
30?
Yeah, you see a Goliath? No, wait, 30 is here. With a wave of a wand, a witchlight hand transforms a child's empty candy container back to full. And you're rushing towards them, and you just see this rain of candy. There's a couple of kids holding out like their little unicorn horns, you know, the little cones. And it is raining down candy right now. So I'll say, if you try and give me a con save, you might be able to see past the candy instead of it getting in your face. Raining candy's good.
17.
That's a success. Yeah.
Woo.
Okay. Perfect. So
Cool.
it's like hail. It's like hail on your head, but you manage to duck and weave your way through, and by the end of it, you've got all kinds of little bits of candy in your hair, like jazzles and cola bottles, you name it.
Notice
You can
covered
see
in
April
candy
at
would
the
be
top.
adorable.
Cool. Can I take out a puffball mushroom and some of the candy, and I go, April, here, I got you some candy, and I'm going to launch it at her.
So a handful of candy plus the mushroom in disguise. All right. She sees this coming. There's nothing she can do to dodge it, but rather she has to roll a con save, doesn't she?
Let me...
And the DC is 13. So yeah, here we go. This could be bad. Oh no!
Nice!
Yeah,
Sleep
you
size.
finally use her biggest
Super
weakness against
surprise.
her. Her gluttony is her downfall, quite literally in this instance, because she sees the candy and she's like, "Oh, tasty!" and opens her mouth, like hyperextends it so wide enough that it swallows the entire handful, and in it, the puffball explodes in her mouth, and spores choke her instantly. The other people who are in the handstand are probably going to be subject to this too.
Nah.
Yep, they're falling. A couple of them are falling, at least. You've just dropped an entire crowd of people who are collapsing down, and April is getting buried in amongst the people, such that they must be in there somewhere, but they're buried, and you can't quite see them. Let's keep going. Vaike, I think from here you might even see that happen as well. A massive collapse of handstands.
So DM, I'm just gonna ask you if I can do all this in one turn. If not, I want to get half of it done. Can I take the cabinet? I don't know how close it is to the entrance to the Hall of Illusions. If I remember correctly, it's pretty close.
It's right next door. Yeah.
Could I move it? Could I move it in front of the entrance? And then could I use
Interesting.
could I use my minor illusion wizard puppet to make a second entrance that's not really there?
This is some Wile E. Coyote
Yeah.
right here. I love it. Yes, absolutely. You can make it look like the tent opening is somewhere else. Yeah, no problem. That sounds great. We'll just let that fly. That's
When
a
you
little
use the-
icon on your.
Mhm.
It's so good.
When the puppet
Um,
is used, it goes, "I am the dungeon master."
It
It does.
unfortunately
Confirms.
after I do it, the wizard puppet like blows up because I'm out of charges.
Have you already used it
No.
twice?
Yeah, I used it twice against April. I made the fake bridge and then I made the pie.
Oh, that's true.
Oh no.
You made the missed
I
the
know.
Pie.
It gets up off of Vake's hand and runs away.
It flies away.
It casts fly. And you see the dungeon master puppet just heading back towards the mystery mine.
Yeah, and then
Alright.
I'll like stand in front of the door, like I'm like trying to make it look like so nobody can get in. The fake door.
Uh-huh.
Got it. Perfect. All right, Bird.
Yeah, I'd like to. Okay, she was holding the watch, which means she's no longer holding the watch if she passed out. I'm focused on finding the watch because she didn't.
Okay, so you're some distance from Tower Topple, but you can roll me a
Yeah.
d32 and see what we get
Yeah.
first.
Of course,
Da-da-da.
28.
28. Okay. A troublemaker is seen running away with ill-gotten goods. Uh-oh.
April.
Um,
April.
Apparently. I mean, it's almost... Oh, damn. I wonder if someone grabs the Witchlight watch. It literally says they've made away with ill-gotten goods.
No.
Okay. A troublemaker. It doesn't even say who that troublemaker is. Well, I think I know who it is, actually. Enter obscurity.
No.
Oh.
It has to be. She's been waiting for a chance. She's such an opportunist. She sees this entire puddle of people have collapsed and several of them are snoring. And she just basically fades straight through them, like as if she was just a mist. And as she emerges out of the crowd, you see that she has the pocket watch and she's dangling it by one finger. And she has it kind of go back and forth like a pendulum.
Yeah, I'm
And
gonna.
she says, "Are you looking for this?"
Yeah, I will steal myself. I'm going to get that watch.
Oh. Will you though? And I think she's gonna look at you. And she's gonna... Can you make me a wisdom saving throw? This will be your complication.
I can
Because-
try.
She does have something that is basically a wisdom saver or a stun.
Oh.
She's been doing it to a lot of the players already, like Notus
Yeah.
in the mystery mine. Oh yeah, let's see what you get on the wisdom save. Ooh, yeah,
Let's
that's a
go,
success.
Bird. Woo!
She's hastily trying to conjure up a shadowy image of something before you, but before she even has a chance to manifest some sort of horrid creature, you just buffet it away and just like push it to the back of your mind. Like there's no chance you're going to let her even get an inch, or she will take a mile. You've got an action.
Yeah. I am going to just try to, like, I am basically like sliding my hand down her arm to grab the entire, like, the watch by the chain and just pull it, like, out of her hand. Since
Okay.
she's dangling it. Like, I am
Uh,
trying to just outstrength her on this.
All right. I guess that would be. Is it your strength?
Athletics?
Yeah, your athletics check. Yes. And I will roll acrobatics. She is a little amorphous, so
Ooh. That's a good roll.
jeez, God, okay. Oh.
I
She
did, like,
technically can't even be grappled. It's crazy.
that's why I'm
Oh, well,
focusing
I
on the
don't think I
watch.
can beat that anyway. let's roll just that. Oh, no chance. I can't. Her form is very kind of like windy and shadowy, and so the witchlight watch comes easily from her grip as you're able to run up, snatch it out of her. Are you sure that's the real one, though? Could be another illusion. He smirks.
Baird raises an eyebrow and says, "You always have been good at saying nothing."
Damn.
Ooh.
Get her.
Meanwhile, Garreth, I think you finally got the glitter out of your eyes.
Yay!
No longer blind, but trying to figure out which way to go. You can give me a D32 as well.
20.
20?
I believe we had that one before.
Okay. Yeah, you have. Oh, wait. Tiny gnome drinks. Yeah, we have. You can roll that again.
11.
11. Two girls
That's a
in
new
face
one.
paint.
Oh no.
A lion and a heart. They're squabbling over a painted wooden... Oh my god, it's the same ones we've had before. There's another complication earlier.
Oh, we did that. I did.
Okay,
Yeah.
you've solved this.
Yeah,
You know
I
what?
solved
No
that
complication for Garreth. This problem's already been solved earlier by
Oh,
Bo.
wait. Is that
Yeah.
is that
Friendly
the one?
kid.
Are those the two with the crown?
You see two little kids
Yep.
with crowns.
Yep.
No complication.
There's a
Yay!
one. Yeah, the face paint is that of a lion, and one has got a heart. And yeah, they seem to be smiling, and they point and they go, "It went that way," and they actually help you
Thank
out,
you.
and they tell you which way. Say hi to the bird for us.
bird. You get fans. Also, where's the watch?
As you catch up, you see they are holding a pocket watch.
Is this the Witchlight watch based on what I've seen? Just as a
It very much looks like it. There is a ticking sound, and there is a glow to the actual watch as well. Like, have I actually shown you the pocket watch up close? I showed you the. What's all right?
I have seen.
I was positioned
I've
right
seen
next to
a
Mr.
watch in the Curse of Strahd campaign. I believe that's the pocket
Yeah, you
watch
saw
that Mr. Wish was holding.
Actually,
It-
Chris, Baird does know what the watch looks like.
Ooh.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah.
Just
Okay.
considering.
Yeah, it's got a golden chain. It's beautiful embroidery on the outside as well. But yeah, you can see it. It's the real genuine article.
Yeah.
But Garreth, did you want to do anything as an action? You see obscurity before you, as well.
I need to look for April if I want to do stuff with April, right?
April is somewhere in the middle of this pile of people.
Is
Yeah, there's
obscurity
a handstand of
standing
pile.
on the ground or is it floating?
Obscurity is always kind of floating up in the air.
I can't do stuff with
Well, there's a pile of people. If you want to get into the air and jump off of them.
Try to catch April.
Yeah, I'll look for April, and
Mm-hmm.
when I found them, I'm gonna ask Jack to nail April to the ground.
Okay, make me a perception check.
Perception. Really?
So April is a tiny fey creature, and she is in
Yeah.
a pile of medium-sized creatures. You don't see her anywhere, and if she is, she might be crushed to death. Who knows?
I'm gonna make sure to stow
No,
the
you
real
can't find it
watch,
with that.
I in as deep in my clothing as I can possibly go, and make sure that I'm only holding the illusioned one earlier.
Oh, I can do one
Hmm.
better. Should we get the watch to Vaike?
Mhm.
If
Okay.
you
Sure.
can,
You go.
If you give the watch to Jack can transport there.
that's true. But also, April may go that direction.
Hmm.
You know what? I will try to hot swap the watches in my hands and hand Garreth the fake illusioned watch, so that obscurity
Fake
sees me
illusion one.
Yeah.
hand a watch over to
Okay.
Garreth that isn't necessarily like I'm trying to trick.
Yeah. You made a
Yeah,
watch for Prestidige Station, right? Okay. Jack eats the fake watch, and dimension hops 30 feet in Vake's direction.
Okie dokie. Yeah, you can make a non-magical trinket or illusionary image that can fit in your hand and lasts until the end of your
6
next turn.
seconds.
So yeah, it's right. That trinket isn't here right now, but I'll say this: if get back around to Baird's turn, they can do this. Yes.
Yeah.
Then
They
Jack
can hold
is
their
holding
action
his action
Mhm,
to do that.
That's fair. All right, Ulric. Right now, you guys aren't chasing anymore. You've kind of caught up, but if you want, you can look for April or do something to obscurity. But you've got an action at this point.
Yeah, I want to try to dig April out of this pile of people.
Absolutely. Okay. Tell you what, then, you can just give me your athletics check to sort of lift people up and pull them away. The group who aren't asleep, they're already waking other people up. Like, hey, are you okay? They're like checking people over.
And you're just tossing them out of the way.
Yeah. Oh no! I was looking for the 15, but that's kind of
Man.
hilarious. You get a lot of people up to their feet, definitely, but there's no sign of April amongst them.
Dang.
But you've helped everyone else who was like all completely crumbled in a pile. But I'll say April is. They may be stuck to the back of one of them. You're not sure. Maybe they're in a pocket. April really is a tiny creature. They are so small. Could have been down someone's shirt. Who knows?
April happily snoozing inside someone's shirt pocket.
Mm-hmm.
April could already be gone.
Don't worry, they won't get past
Could well
me.
be. No idea where April is, but I'm just gonna roll this. Okay. I gotta check a few things on people's sheets. Well, that's actually a success for the most part, it seems. That's no one got. Yeah, that's hilarious.
We all
Cool.
done.
You've no idea where she is. You've helped everyone up. You're looking around the crowd, and they say, "Oh, thanks, big guy." Oh man, I took a really bad tumble there. Did anyone smell that strange gas in the air? What was that? Notus, you're up.
You mean cinnamon? I don't
It's-
know.
Is there any way I could try to do something out?
That's mostly your action to like search for April using your athletics, but if you got something like as a bonus action, I'll allow it. But rage.
No,
No,
the
I'm
the
joking.
only thing just get real angry. Start
Yeah.
lifting everyone up. No, I was gonna see if I could like use my the tattoo ability to try to scream and try to get her out of wherever she is because I can't find her. But that's an action.
Oh god. Yeah, that'd be an action. It'd also scare the crap out of everyone else around you.
It's true. So I won't.
You're looking over the people though. You didn't see any green blur rush away from Topple Tower. You're not
Yeah.
sure where they are, but obscurity though for her action, because she'd be basically on the same kind of turn as April. She sort of shrugs at Bird's remark and says, "Take your little trinket back to Mr. Witch, then. We already have far more valuable treasures." She begins to sort of float away, and her form is almost it's almost undiscernible against the kind of night sky. She's literally a floating shadow after all, and she just becomes like invisible whilst within darkness. She has no desire to fight everyone one-on-one in this instant. She just simply hovers away and vanishes. Like she was an illusion to begin with. But Notus, it's your turn.
So I'd obviously maybe go towards where we saw April. Now I have a question. Because I have blind fighting, am I able to see April at all?
Blind fighting. Well, your blind sight is out 10 feet. You want to try and get
But if I'm helping
right
the
up
people
to where
up,
they
I'm
could be. Let me check something with that. I don't think blind sight allows you to see hidden creatures, but it does allow you to see invisible creatures. In fact, yes, I remember we went over this. I said you can see an invisible creature, but if it's actively hiding and is staying hidden, then you will need to try and
it says
search
if the
for them.
creature successfully hides from you, then I can't see it. So
That's okay. So I will let you know it has successfully hid from everyone in the party.
okay.
Where they are, you're not sure, but I will say this. You can have a look more thoroughly with your perception, and if you beat them, you will find them. What else? I'm trying to think if blindsight would give you any advantages on that.
It was just a question. It's fine.
I'm just going to let it roll flat. Just go perception flat, because
Okie dokie.
they're not moving right now.
Oh,
That is not a success, I'm afraid.
I didn't
You're
think
looking
so.
for You're looking for to beat. Wait, hold on. Shit.
If it needs it beats.
That's exactly what you beat. It's beats. I think I
Yep.
got a 14. You got a 14.
Yeah.
And
For hiders,
I mean,
it beats.
Didn't you say when the rolls match, nothing happens?
Question.
Yeah.
Obviously, with the puffball mushroom, they fall unconscious until someone uses their action to wake them up. How did they hide?
Yeah. Someone used their action. Someone did use their action to wake them up.
Who?
They didn't get really. Like all the town, mostly Ulric helped everyone up, and they were helping everyone else up. They found so.
Okay.
But let me just check. As a hide action, blah blah blah. Your check must be the opposing passive perception. If you're hidden, you're unseen and unheard. If the stealth check equals, yeah, we know what that means.
Basically, passive perception is if you meet, you beat. And then active perception, if it meets the hidden, then it beats the hidden because it's active. So it's like a stack.
Like an AC.
Yeah. So basically, the first hide, the passive is the AC you're hitting. And then an active is like an attack. Like that is now targeting the hidden. Basically, the most recent action will almost always take priority in a meets it beats scenario.
Yeah, I think you might be right in that case. Can't find the exact ruling on it right now, but I know for like grapple checks though, it doesn't meet beats. Like it's status quo. So if both of you rolled like a 10,
Yeah.
the person who's trying to grapple doesn't get the grapple, basically.
It's because it's grapples are contested by nature, like they are like, but hiddens become DCs.
Mm-hmm. All right, that does make sense. All right, so you notice that walking away, kind of like nursing their head after the fall, is there's someone dressed up in like a kangaroo costume, and your blind sight suddenly just picks up on a little bit of movement from the Joey pouch. And you suddenly see a pair of little bulbous eyes poke their head out and then quickly duck back down again.
How far away from me are they?
They're within... I guess they're not moving far. They've just exited out of Topple Tower. But that is your reaction to sort of find them.
Mhm.
But you can point it out to everyone else if you
Oh yeah,
want.
100%. Well, like, yeah.
Uh-oh.
I'm not gonna yell it, but I'm gonna quietly.
Okay, you mention it to everyone else. April's like, looks like this game of tags turned into a game of hide and seek. It'll be Vaike's go. You're still over by the Hall of Illusions.
Yep. Standing guard. Doing
Okay.
my part.
We'll wait.
Okay.
We'll wait
Just
that out then. For now, Barrett.
hold my action for a grapple attempt if April is to run into my fake door.
You got it. Okay, Bird, you're up.
Sashing
You've
what
got,
appears.
you've got the Witchlight watch.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'll put that in my nondescript wooden box of safety.
Hmm.
And
We're still gonna do the thing. Jack has
yeah.
action still.
if April was like looking at us to figure out like what we do with the watch or whatever, as she's hiding, we will try to send a fake watch with the pumpkin.
Gotcha. Okay, that sounds good to me. Yeah, you make a quick duplicate of the watch and give it to Jack. At which point Jack begins to dash past.
No. He
Or swallows
steps
it?
through his. He swallows the watch. He steps through his portal and appears a couple of feet behind April.
Okay.
Like,
Garreth?
like making sure she sees, I presume.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's peeking out of the little Joey pouch. And what else would you like him to do? Because it's your turn again, Garreth.
And I almost say kind of loudly, like, this way she won't know where we put it, and like give it Jack.
Oh. Can I make a watch as well? With prestidigitation?
Oh, right, another one. Yeah.
Yeah. Notus pointed out where April is, right?
Mm-hmm.
I will run to April and... Oh, before I forget, Tech, you're it! And I run straight away from Baird, the direction where Bird is at, towards Witch and Light.
You got a tagger to tagger. And
Yeah,
by that I mean meet her AC.
I tech April.
Okay.
However,
I'll tell
I'm
you what.
supposed.
I'll let you roll flat because she's not really expecting you to tag her. She's expecting Vaike.
Yeah, but she tags me, not fake.
Yeah.
I know. We know that. So that's why she's a little
right?
confused that you're trying to tag her. Yeah, just
Oh,
Oh my god, is that a
no.
one?
you have inspiration?
She flinches. Could use it.
I do have inspiration. I will use the inspiration.
Okay.
Let's go.
Athletics. Really?
No.
Sad. It happened.
I'm afraid she's gonna duck down deep into the pouch of the kangaroo costume. Like, hey, well, no, what are you doing? No. He doesn't want to be touched by any other person, really.
Damn it.
But you can still
Go
take
to
your
Vaike!
turn with Jack, though.
Yeah. Jack will leave a puddle and run to Vaike.
Can sticky oil or
The sticky
normal
one. Yep.
slippery oil? Oh, okay. Yep, I think she passes. She
Damn it.
jumps, licks her feet clean, and then chases after Jack for sure. And I think at this point, Vaike, your held action will go off for sure.
Let's go.
Jack's rushing past, and she's clearly trying to get the amulet back, the pocket watch back. Like,
Okay.
you want to roll? So actually, before we do that, shall I roll? You're also going to use the. But it's up to you. Which sequence do you want this to go in? Do you want it to make a wisdom save against like the Tasha's hideous laughter, or do you want to just try and grapple her?
Oh man.
Oh.
Because you
We
can
need
use
to
your
put a
held
coin in
action
it.
to activate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could use.
We'll, oh, I forgot. Ulric's coming up as well, so
Do
this is
I?
all going to happen right at the same time.
Yeah. Do I have any sense of how wise April would be from all my interactions with her?
Not.
No, not really that wise.
Yeah.
She's
not really
quick.
that wise. She's quick.
But she's not like terribly wise. While you're thinking about that, I'm going to let Ulric have a go because
Yeah,
I think they would actually be next.
Mhm.
Ulric, April's giving chase again after the fake pocket watch.
Ooh, okay.
There's two fakes.
There is.
Oh my god. Well, I don't want to yell. I don't want to like. I don't want to scare everyone around me.
Mhm.
Okay, I have the cupcake of invisibility.
Oh no!
Can I eat the cupcake and try to like cut April off and like I think I'd still want to try to
Oh my
like
God.
pin her to something.
You could grab the
Yeah.
pouch and hold it closed.
I can grab what?
The pouch, she's in a kangaroo pouch costume.
Oh,
and you
she's-
can hold
she's
the
just-
pouch.
She's. Oh my god.
She's in a
Right,
bag.
She's basically. I mean, yeah, technically. She's about to jump free of that, though. You can see her, like, already seeing the light, Witchlight pocket watch, and she is going to jump out to give chase. Because she'd be way too slow hiding in there.
Yeah,
Plus, I think she knows that she's been found at this point.
that's true.
then can I
Because
just eat the
Garreth tried to grab him. You can
Thank-
still eat the cupcake, yeah, if you want. You're going to go invisible and block
Yeah.
the path. Perfect. All right, nice. So in that case, April is rushing towards you, Vaike. You're ready to grab them or maybe put a coin inside the machine. But before she can get to you, she's leapfrogging across and then suddenly just whack straight into something and then bounces off and falls down onto the floor in a daze. Like, ow, my head.
Did I try to pin
Did
it
I-
to the ground, or was eating the cupcake like my action? Oh, it is an action,
It's
yeah.
definitely an action, yeah. But I will say that she kind of fell flat on her ass, just completely like stopped in the path before the Hall of Illusions. So that's basically going to be wasting her turn.
Perfect.
Notus?
Oh, right.
Okay. So if all the people are okay, we're gonna. I don't really think Notus would stop to check. So I'm just gonna sort of head over to bed and just be like, we should probably take that back.
I nod, like, sort of like whistling to Garreth, like we're gonna like stealthily make our way. To the
Yeah.
distribution
What I'll do is
center.
I'll keep
Yeah.
a few steps ahead, just in case.
Mhm.
That way I can throw a warning if anything pops up.
Yep. and I will walk nonchalantly, leaving Garreth with the fake watch he's holding, and Jack with the fake one.
What she's holding.
I thought Jack ate the watch.
Yeah,
Jack ate a fake watch, and I made another fake watch.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Cool. Perfect. You can head back to Mr. Witch and Mr. Light.
yep.
How
Vaike,
about we give
you
him
see
a fake
April kind of-
watch?
April's just getting to their feet. They're like rubbing their face and going, "Hey, you can't eat that. That's mine to eat. That's my idea.
Hmm?
All right.
And I'm the thief. You can't steal ideas. I'm the one who steals."
All right. I'm gonna run over, and she's prone right now.
I could say she probably gets up.
She gets up.
She did full prone, but she used basically all of her turn getting back up from prone and looking around like confused.
Yeah, so I didn't see Jack eat the watch. My illusion's still up. I'm still under the idea that she has the watch, so I'm just gonna run up to her, and I'm gonna attempt to grapple her
Okay.
using my athletics.
You gotta beat. Oh, good lord.
Kidding. I can't beat that.
Good luck.
Give
Well,
hope for crit.
I'm gonna attempt to use my acrobatics, and we'll see. No. Cannot.
Yeah, I'm afraid no
Cannot.
chance in this instance.
I'd like to think Vaike just ran into me instead.
Yeah, I like to think that's how it happened.
Pumped into me. Into Ulric. Now you got Vaike one side of you, April on the other, both kind of looking around, confused. It's like,
And then as I fall to the ground, I'll be like, "No, how could I? I left the entrance unguarded."
he looks
So
around.
dramatic.
Yeah.
Oh no.
April thinks to herself. Okay. So Barrett, you're some distance away from the rest of them, but
Yeah, we will casually make our way towards Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, like just blending in with the carnival.
perfect. Okay, Garreth. Meanwhile,
Okay. I just realized something that was very practical, effective, even. Oh no.
this
Oh my
sleep.
God.
Good luck. I think you just put Candlefoot to sleep.
Candlefoot isn't here.
Poor Candlefoot.
How
I know.
much?
That's why I'm. How much did you roll? 24.
24.
That
How
won't
much
put her to
health?
sleep.
How much health
Nope.
did
won't do
April
it.
have?
You don't know, but it's more than 24. I can tell you that. Yep.
It was worth a try.
She is way too energetic. And she just woke up for a nap. She's like, "No, I don't want to go to sleep again. No nap time. Stop it. I'm not tired. No. Not even a bit." But yeah, I'm
Are you
afraid, Garreth,
sure?
that's it. Yeah, it's no chance. In fact, if anyone's going to sleep, it'd be Vaike first. And then Ulric. In fact, hang on. What did you roll? 24. Yeah, Vaike would fall asleep.
Hey.
Because you're
Yeah.
caught, they're caught in the blast.
I would have put it more over the snail racing area, but
Mm-hmm. Okay, well
I'd
then a snail
imagine-
All
goes
the
to
snails
Yeah.
mid-race. Just stop.
They'd fall into the pit.
Oh, no.
Everyone's
taking their turn and they all
end,
just
it's
sleep.
the end of the carnival. There is no snail racing.
Am I falling asleep?
No.
No, he can place
Oh,
it if
okay.
he wants in a more strategic area. That's fair. But yeah, Ulric, I think. Oh, unless Jack wants to do anything, but
Jack can just
Jack's kind of
disappear.
taunting, isn't he? He can go into the pen if he wants.
Oh, you know what Jack could do? He could like run into the fake door and then like just use his little gate
Oh,
thing or something.
yeah.
Like he's running through it.
Right, yeah! But Jack doesn't know.
Really sell it.
Oh, Jack doesn't know shit. You're right.
Whisper it to Jack. Like,
Where is the...
What?
There is a
You can
fake door, but what happens with the real door?
the Tasha's in front of it.
Covered
the,
up.
like wooden cabinet. It's covered it up.
Yeah.
He could
This
make
is
an
in front of
intelligence check DC 11 to try to see past my illusion.
Wait, that's an 11?
Yeah, not the best spellcaster.
Or you could just physically interact with it and that would reveal it. Well, no.
No, he has a minus
Oh,
2.
no, Jack's on someone.
no.
Me too, Jack.
So
me
excited,
too.
and then I saw the -2.
Me too, Jack.
I got pumpkin for brains.
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah.
We don't-
There's things in the
I'm
way.
not sure if Jack would run in, but he will at least place a puddle in front of the entrance.
Okay. Yeah, bleh. He pukes it
Wow.
up a little bit. Okay, Ulric, you're invisible. April is a little bit dazed. She's right in front of you. And Vaike is trying to grab around between your arms and she's dodging behind whatever invisible pillar this is in front of her.
Okay, I want to try to pin her down.
Oh, DM, I
Mhm.
completely forgot, but I still have a bonus action on my turn. It's cool if I can't, but could I have used my tattoo to give the help action to Ulric?
Sure
As a
can.
bonus action? Alright.
Yep.
Fortunately, that is
I
the
think
last
you would-
use of my tattoo.
Would you have
Okay,
known
you may
that-
have figured
that
out.
I'm here?
I would assume...
After bumping into him, for sure.
Yeah, I
Okay.
would have... Come on. You know how many times I bumped into you? I know this bumped anywhere.
I know this
And-
wall.
Yeah.
From this close, it's so hard to mistake that musky smell.
Yeah.
It smells like Ulric.
Smells like home.
And even if they didn't know, I would say that Vaike grabbing April from one side is certainly enough of an advantage to Ulric to suddenly pounce on them from the other. But yeah, you can have advantage
Ooh.
on your athletics check.
All
So
right.
just roll that, and I'll see what I get on the acrobatics.
Oh my god.
Oh my lord!
What?
I'm gonna have to roll real low. Oh!
Oh, finally.
That is a finally moment for sure. Ulric, you want to pin them, yeah?
Yeah. Just jump up. and
They're
just,
so
like,
busy
just slam.
dodging out of the way of Vaike. And yeah, you grab them, slam them down, knocking the wind out of them, and their eyes kind of bulge nearly out of their socket, like, whoa, what's happening? And she looks so confused.
He would no longer be invisible, is he? Has done
All
that.
right, yeah, true. I think, yeah, in action, true. Well, it was definitely worth it because suddenly you become visible over the top of April, and she's like, "Whoa, hold on, you're not part of the It game. Who tagged you?"
They can always tag me.
Yeah. I'm always it.
That goes hard.
He is
Dang it.
grappled and
I mean,
at your whim.
considering that Vaike and Ulric always do the tag team in wrestling, technically from many years ago, Vaike tagged Ulric.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
One of us is it at all times.
Yeah.
Not to burst your bubble, but she would get a turn, and I think she's up next. So give me another athletics check and hold on tight.
Okay. I
'cause
don't have.
she's gonna try and bust free.
No, you gotta be a 21.
Not
Come on,
now,
Ulric.
yeah.
Right. Can I use
Not anymore.
using my inspiration gives me advantage, right?
Yep.
Okay.
You can. But you can roll first.
Oh,
Oh,
you got
Alright,
it.
well,
you got it.
You
You're
already
so
got
good.
it.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
didn't-
yeah. No, you're good.
Yeah.
I think you didn't need it. So I'll tell you
don't
what,
need
keep
it.
hold of your inspiration. Because
okay.
you can use it retroactively so that you don't have to waste it. Perfect. Well, she's unable to move anywhere. Everyone's going to get a free turn. And I think we'll just go to Vaike and Garreth
Yeah, I'm
because
gonna
you
just
guys
try
are up
to
next.
restrain with Ulric. Just try to pin her down with him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe we do like a bear hug and she's
what
like
have
in
you
the
got-
middle.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, there's nothing she can do to get away. She is fully like locked in. You've practiced this maneuver many a time, but this is a tiny little creature. You actually have to maybe hold back a bit not to break her limbs. But she is wriggling around, trying to get free, and to no avail. She is fully pinned, restrained, and I think that'll just end combat.
Call.
So she is struggling. She struggles, and then finally gives up and says, "All right, Vaike, you got me. I guess you win."
Oh man,
Does he get a prize?
I waited
But
8
technically,
years.
Vaike isn't it, right? She
Yeah.
just thinks that she's won, but actually, Garreth.
To be
Hey,
fair,
yeah,
at some
sorry.
point, if April started
Tagging.
a new game at the Swan Lake,
Gareth, tag me right now.
April.
Tag me
Oh,
right
yeah.
now, Gareth. I need this.
The same
I need this,
game.
Gareth.
Sure, you can get it.
Okay.
That's a new game.
Yeah, she looks
I'll-
at you. What? Why are you tagging Vaike?
Because you tagged
makes
me,
no
not
sense.
fake.
We tricked you, April.
Huh?
And then I'll.
Her eyes.
She's
spin.
she's like small, right?
Explains what
Yeah.
hours
Yeah.
ago.
How like we're talking like 3 feet
Tiny.
tall, tiny, like a
No,
foot?
she's tiny.
She's like as big as my hand.
Yep, that's about right.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah.
And we're just like sandwich. We're just like we're just crushing her.
Yeah.
I bet
No,
she's
I
like
kid
one of
you
those.
not, she is
she's
tiny.
like you know those stress toys that like the eyes pop out when
Yeah,
you squeeze them.
Yeah,
Ooh.
that's literally it.
All it is 2 like buff men, and then just this tiny.
Then I will just like take my thumb and I'll lick it and I'll just like smear it on her and be like, "You're it."
Ew.
You get, I don't understand. And so her eyes are just spinning around in circles. But she is thoroughly confused. But all the while, she's kind of grinning and laughing at this. She's like, "You got me so good. Well, I thought you were Vaike, and you were it. And wow, you guys are the best. This is the most fun tag ever." I would
Can we
clap, but
please-
my hands are pinned.
Next time when you're playing a game, can you do it without stealing stuff? That's more fun. People are
No one
getting
chases me
sad.
unless I steal stuff. They just look at me and go, "Oh, you're weird. You're creepy," and then they walk away.
Well, they're not wrong.
Yeah, that's fair.
To be fair, running after
Vaike did
you
exactly
is
the. Oh wait,
very hard. You are
Ulric
way
did
faster than all
Ulric did
people.
exactly this.
Yeah, when there was a kid, right? Did that.
Yeah, that's it.
I imagine me.
They
and
don't want to
Ulric-
play games with me.
As we're having this conversation, imagine like me and Ulric are like holding her in one hand, and we're walking
Mhm.
back to the swan, the lake.
Mm-hmm.
What is
Okay.
it?
With them.
Yeah.
Alternatively, you guys have both her hands and are swinging her and making sure she's having fun.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I guess that's nicer.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, she's not struggling anymore. She kind of has definitely given up. But yeah, we'll see you get all the way back to the Swan Lake, Silver Swan Lake.
Yeah.
And at this point, you see Bird and Bird and Notus. You've come to, you found Mr. Light and Mr. Witch.
Yeah, I will. I will. I will walk up to Mr. Witch and I will sort of softly be like, "Would you prefer we speak in private, or?"
He says, "Oh, thank you. Yes. Let's all, everyone," he announces, "we have retrieved the Witchlight pocket watch. Fear not. We will resume the crowning of the Witchlight monarch in just a moment. Mr. Witch, if you wouldn't mind." And he says, "Right, yes." He takes the pocket watch from you and inspects it over, checks it. You actually see him cast a spell to definitely identify it.
Oh.
Yeah, just to make sure it is the real article and he's not being tricked. And he looks at you and says, "You have my deepest gratitude. We would have been quite a pickle without this, I can assure you. Yes, we will come to. Let's go to the staff area real quick. We will be right back, everyone.
Bear will smile and say to Mr. Witch and say, "Why not provide everyone a punch so they can go do something real quick?"
Ah, the delightful idea. Yes. He says, "Everyone, free tickets here," and he just like basically makes under his hat, he pulls out a bunch of tickets, and they just go flying into the air. Go have another ride on us, and we will be right back to decide who is the Witchlight Monarch once and for all. All right, follow me, everyone.
Mm-hmm.
We will thank you properly once we're out of the chaos of the carnival. All right, they are going to take everyone, including Muse. I guess
Muse.
they're no stranger to the
Muse
April as well.
They
They're
could just go into the staff area.
Yeah.
yeah, I know, right?
At this point, I think
Let's go
if
to the-
April's not struggling, I'll just let go. You got her, Ulric. You can hold on to April.
I guess
I-
so. Just
I feel like April's
gross.
waiting to let us have a conversation. I think like she's being patient.
Is that in her vocabulary? I don't.
I
Can
think-
she sit still.
Can she sit still? I don't.
I think that she's thinking over how much fun she's had and what you've said.
No.
If not, I can use my gust
Well-
cantrip to like have her chase something around, and I'll just push whatever it is round so she can chase it for a while.
Give her a little ball.
Yeah.
I give her.
No,
you know what?
actually,
I will give April the little light up ball that I have.
That's done.
Yay! These things are fun. And she like bats it around, swallows it, spits it back out, and now she's catching it in her mouth as she spits it into the air and then catches it again.
Baird will sort of lean down to
Throw
April.
over with April.
Yeah.
Baird will lean down to April and say, "If you, perhaps a few words, and asking if people would like to play may have a better chance, rather than trying to play a game that they don't know if they want to play or not."
I'm just trying to make everyone have as much fun as possible. I didn't mean if you got upset. I thought it would be fun if I took something like, a game of chase and...
See, it's a lot more fun if you know you're playing a game. And then I'll show her like my hands that are still slimy. This isn't really fun.
Oh.
Yeah, being poor ain't too fun either, but
You
And
wouldn't
if you're
happen to
lending
have.
something to have a game, be sure to give it back after them when you are done playing the game.
Games are better
She
when
looks back
everyone
and forth.
enjoy it.
Yeah, now that I won, can I have my sword back? And can Ulric have his coin pouch back?
I don't have it.
No.
Did
It's
your
okay.
granny got it?
She nods. And she goes, "Old Lorna has it."
Old Lana?
Baird will take April's sort of slimy hands into his for a second, like put his hands over like one over the other, like around hers, and say, "It's okay. They didn't do a very good job of teaching you how other people feel. But I can see that you never intended to hurt anyone. I don't even think Vaike is honestly that mad at you.
I
Isn't that
whispered
right?
a bird. I whispered bird. I am so mad. It's taken every fiber of my being not to punch her in the face right now.
I hate her.
Baird is gonna look at Vaike and like raise an eyebrow and go, honestly, like raise an eyebrow, and be like, and like look towards this like kind of like obviously based on the way they've acted creature.
Honestly, yeah. My whole entire life was ruined by her. Nothing but hate.
Baird will smile and go to Vaike and go, "You're not any less of a hero." Or
I
less of
am
a
no,
person.
I am no hero. But I am civil, so I'm willing to hear her out. And it's something like So Pig. She probably doesn't know really what she's doing wrong, so can't blame her. But doesn't mean can't hate her. April,
Huh?
can you promise not to take things from people who aren't playing the game?
She blinks one eye, then the other, out of sync for a moment. There's this kind of vacant stare. She doesn't quite comprehend what it means. You can roll up a persuasion check nonetheless.
Persuasion. Oh boy, I'm good at this.
Mm-hmm.
Can I assist?
You can tell me what you're saying as well, Bird. You said earlier about like it's not nice. You're doing this is what you're doing this is like hurting others.
Mm-hmm.
You can roll a persuasion check as well.
Yeah.
And if this is success, then I'll also say that Vaike can get advantage. But
I
Oh.
did. I rolled badly that time. That's
The
okay,
concept of
that's fine.
stealing does not exist for April.
It doesn't seem so, but that's okay. We'll
Stealing-
take
yeah.
just the flat roll of 15 instead. She does honestly not understand when you tell her that. She's like, no, it's fun. And I see people chasing after me. They're crying with laughter and they're sobbing with joy. And she says, and I make friends that way. Everyone remembers me because I'm the one who played the game with them. She turns to you, Vaike, and as you say, promise me you don't steal anymore. She kind of sighs and says, but I get why you would want to punch me. All my siblings hate me too. The other thieves don't like me much either. I can't get along with anyone, but I thought it would just be fun.
The other.
No
you mean
one.
Obscurity?
Hmm?
And Sopik? Sopik doesn't like you?
Yeah. I don't get on with them very well.
Oh man.
perhaps
I'll,
you.
I
They
mean, I
say-
understand why Obscurity does like Obscurity likes no one.
They tell me I'm supposed to be fading people's memories, but I'm the only one who doesn't, because, well, I like people to remember the friendship we made.
Baird looks at. Baird genuinely looks like for a second like he's about to cry. Before he leans, like he basically like gets on his knees in front of her and says, with your skills, you could probably be quite good here in the carnival. If you spoke to Mr. Witch and Mr. Light after all this is over, I'm sure that they could help you develop a wonderful game that people would love to play.
Oh. He says,
And people would
game I
remember
could
you,
play.
and no one would get hurt.
She kind of thinks for a moment, and then looks back to Vaike and says, "But I've already made a promise. I don't know if that goes against the old promise. I'm
What is
supposed
the
to
old
be
promise? Oh,
well, anyone without a ticket, I'm supposed to play a game with them. I take something from them, and I give it to old Lorna.
that's
Mr. Witch and
You-
Mr.
you
Light
can-
know about it.
you can also play. Wait.
They're the ones that made me
Why,
make the
why
promise.
did you take the watch from Mr. Witch?
She thinks for a moment. Well, he doesn't have a ticket.
Touche.
I was gonna give it back. Also, it's just a watch, right?
Yeah, it's just a watch. It doesn't really matter. It was just it's personal to him. But you know what?
I
Why
thought
don't
it'd be
you-
a big fun event for the Witchlight Monarch. And also, I heard someone whispering about a plan to steal a watch, and it was a great idea. So I stole the idea first.
Very
Did you-
clever.
They got a ticket. You stole something from someone that had a ticket?
I don't. She's trying to figure out the logic behind it, and it seems to be going over her head, unfortunately.
Look,
I mean,
April,
Okay, just because you made a promise to play a game with people
Hmm.
that didn't get a ticket, you can also still play with people that did get a ticket. You just don't have to steal from them.
Oh,
Look, April, how about
hold. Go on.
how about we put a pause on this whole promise that you have with Mr. Light and Mr. Witch for now? Put a pause on it. No more stealing, and we'll go talk to
no.
them.
That promise is with Lorna, not with Witch and Light.
It's both. She says it's both. Yeah, old Lorna has a promise with Mr. Witch, Mr. Light, and I have a promise with both. I'm supposed to take something from people without tickets and give it to old Lorna.
Hmm.
It's all weird. I don't know how the promise works, but it's like, they have a promise. She has a promise. I have a promise.
What if
That's
we
why I'm
promise-
getting confused. If I promise not to take stuff, that goes against the other promise.
You know, April.
She gets. I'm
Why don't we
dizzy.
just yeah?
Hmm.
Let's just put a pause on this conversation. I feel like we're just going in circles. Let's go talk to Mr. Liz.
I love going in circles.
Yep.
She says,
I
suddenly spins around.
certainly know you do. Why don't you hop on my shoulder and we'll go talk to Mr. Witch and Mr. Light.
Okay. And she jumps on your shoulder.
Yeah, and then we'll head over to Mr. Witch and Mr. Light.
He
Yeah,
goes. As she finishes spinning around you, Vaike, by the way, as she lands, she looks at you very intently and looks at your nose for some reason, and then shrugs.
My nose.
Got your
Yep.
nose.
After doing widdershins around you like several times, she then stares at your nose and then goes, huh, and shrugs.
Can I like do an insight check or an intelligence
Yep.
check? What is she getting
Sure.
at here? What am I rolling?
Sure thing. Roll an insight check, yeah.
Come
Yeah.
on. Never needed to roll more in my life. Oh, that's not enough.
Okay. That's the 13. No, it looks as though she was expecting something after doing widdershins around you. Something to do with your nose, but it didn't happen. And so she kind of just shrugs it off like,
Can I?
oh well.
Can I fake sneeze?
Oh, yes, you can. You could just sneeze, and then April goes, "Oh, you're allergic too, huh?"
I am. How did you know?
Some people are allergic to widdershins.
Oh,
It's kind of funny though. I run around them, and then they sneeze. It's hilarious.
Well, I guess that's just another thing we have in common, huh?
Ah, yeah. She smiles. All right.
Baird will
Um,
sort of say as they're walking up, say to April, "Isn't it interesting how kind Vaike can be? Maybe if you spent more time speaking to him instead of running, you could have had a better chance to learn it earlier."
She starts to kind of like her lower lip kind of drops slightly, as if she's just coming to the realization herself too. But otherwise, she kind of just keeps that thought to herself and mulls over it for once.
Hello,
Yeah, for the
Ulric.
first time, she's not suddenly just snapping back a response. She's actually now thinking for the first time.
First thought in her head. Oh my god.
Oh no.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
No
I
thoughts,
I-
empty brain.
I made the little DVD logo hit the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. That's
Alright,
it.
I'll knock on the
Alright.
carriage door, Mr. Witch and Mr. Light.
Yeah, the door, they open and you see they are sat inside. Mr. Light is jubilant. He's couldn't be happier that you guys have got back the pocket watch. Mr. Witch is still trying to remain reserved and is still a little concerned that it came out of his grip so easily. And well, let's see. Have we got some art for this? Meeting Mr. Witch and Mr. Light. Yeah, here we go. This is a beautiful piece of art. You can see them. Mr. Witch has taken off his hat at this point as well. He's kind of rubbing his brow of sweat.
Cleaning himself up before he goes back out.
Are they...
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Is he like an orc?
No.
What is he indeed?
I don't know. What
It's a good
what do
question.
what would I assume that each of them are? Just by their
They have... Well, it's hard to tell with all the makeup on Mr. Light. He's
Mhm.
also got his ears covered, but looking at Mr. Witch, who doesn't wear nearly as much, he's got pointed ears, but lacks the tusks that an orc would, and instead kind of has a greyish complexion to his skin. He kind of has the ears of an elf, but you're not sure what kind of elf.
Hmm.
You're also used to them having long locks, as elves often do, and lithe forms, but Mr. Witch is... It seems like he's not your average, normal, run-of-the-mill elf.
Yeah.
Seems something different about him.
Didn't
Don't know
really
what they
say
are.
something where they came from?
Mm-hmm. He did.
Well,
Do
As
we
we-
know about those
you can
people?
ask them... Well, you're free to ask them right now, as they are both
Yeah.
here, and you can ask and talk away as you will. Thaco is also like...
Keeping an eye.
But it was trying to stop you from coming in, but yeah, Mr. Witch and Mr. Light have obviously
We don't
said, no,
talk about
they're
Thaco."
with us.
yeah, we got Muse
It's
too.
all right, Thaco.
Uh,
It's all right, Thaco. We don't need you, Thaco. It's fine.
Ouch.
As Baird enters, he bows and says, "Thank you for giving us the opportunity, Mr. Witch and Mr. Light."
Well, it only seemed appropriate to thank you in private. After all, you went to quite a length, I imagine, to get that back. Yes, it looks like you ran through quite a few troubles along your way. A note that Garreth is covered in glitter and Notus still has candy in their hair.
Oh, I cleaned myself.
Sure.
I didn't.
There you go then. Well, what are your names?
Don't you remember us?
Yeah, you don't remember us? That's a little cold.
8 years ago.
Come to think of it,
Kenneth
do
was
recognize
telling
a
us
few of
story.
8 years ago, a certain promise you made kind of haunted us for the rest of our lives.
I was hoping you wouldn't bring that up. I do remember. I am sorry about what happened that day. afraid it's all part of a bad deal we made, you see.
Is he genuine?
You can roll an insight.
I would like to. Oh, well, he better be.
He
With the
definitely
knowledge
forcing
that
a
they made a
smile.
promise they made to Lorna,
Mhm.
I know they can't break that deal. So it feels Genin. Gin. How do you
Genuine?
pronounce it?
Genuine?
Genuine.
Genuine, yeah.
Genuine, yeah.
Baird will smile and say, "We know about your deal, Mr. Richardson. It's one of our goals to help you make it right.
His full smile kind of does drop. Well,
You don't need
I
to
wish we could have really met and it's the second time now. I wish we could have met under more delightful circumstances, but I suppose this does need addressing.
We've already spoke to Little Miss Soapik. And our new friend April here is someone who, after all this, may need some guidance from you two.
What,
She
you
may
can't
need
come
some
with
help.
us?
No.
She? Oh.
April's staying with us.
Baird is speaking like after like all this is dealt with. Like,
Oh, okay.
But
we are happy to answer your questions. Isn't that right, Mr. Witch? He sits back on he lounges back on a bunk and just gives a nod towards you.
All right.
if
First off, what's the nature of this deal? What's up with this? We need the details. What have you two gotten yourselves into?
There are forces at work that are on the other side that are not entirely beyond our control. Well, they are entirely beyond our control, what I mean to say. The wheel of time turns ever on. And I'm afraid to say, but what's lost is lost. And what's gone is gone. I'm afraid we can't get back your things. The deal forbids us from doing it.
That's fine. And I'm assuming you struck this deal with the Hourglass Coven. So, and I'm assuming that this...
Not quite.
Oh.
It wasn't them we made a deal with. I can't imagine making a deal with them. No. No.
Then why are they involved?
We made our deal with Zybilna. Zybilna was our patron. She was the one who organized the exchange of the carnivals. We traded ours for another's.
And
she sealed the deal and made sure that, it was all tip-top shape, nothing untoward would happen. All she asked in return was that should anyone be getting in without a ticket, that they would be... Well, how was it put again? And Mr. Witch kind of scratches his head for a moment. And he says, that's the part that's confusing. Troublemakers and thieves, well, they were meant to be brought before Zybilna, but somehow, some way along the line, the deal changed. That's when lost things started getting taken.
So it would seem,
but
despite what you
we
were
never
told,
meant.
That's
Yes.
Your deal was stolen or sold.
deal's broken.
Mhm.
You
Or-
can't just change a
Not-
deal midway without consent.
Unless the deal would fall to some dissent.
We don't know what's happened to Zybilna.
We do.
The Arch...
Hmm,
You do?
we don't yet.
Yeah, we do. Stream told us. Zybilna was either taken away, lost, kidnapped, captured by the Hourglass Coven. That's what Kettle Steam told us.
Kettle's team says Sibilna is missing, right?
Yeah, something.
Mhm.
Something happened to her.
And we
Seems-
know the Hourglass Coven is doing stuff in Prismere.
And we know that Hourglass Coven's involved, so I think it's logical to say that somehow your guys' deal was transferred over to them, and they made amends to it as they saw fit without actually breaking the rules.
Mr. Light looks panicked at the thought of this. Says, "Oh goodness, the deal has changed. Whatever are we going to do?" Mr. Witch says, "That would make sense."
Baird will smile and say, "Well, you already have us, who are likely going to be making our way into Prismere. And we will
You
be
are?
doing everything we can, to protect this carnival and the people here, and get everything that is lost back that we can."
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's on the list.
And I understand you couldn't have asked us for such an assistance.
That's not true.
Well, if the deal was changed without their consent, they have rights to be upset and want to do something about it.
Hmm. Yes, I think Prismere would be the first place to go looking. She is, after all, the lady of Prismere.
Oh,
Zay.
Sorry. I was going to ask, would I know of how deals can be changed?
Yeah, I think you would know a bit, considering your circumstances, for sure. What did you want to add?
I want to know in how much a deal can be changed without consent from either party. That
Not
shouldn't
changed,
happen.
but twisted. Interpretations can be shifted, and it does sound like with the passing on to someone, if the deal exchanged hands, like Vaike's theory, it's very possible that someone would take the interpretation in a bad light and try to twist it, rather than try to hold true to the spirit of the agreement.
If you think about it, when they brought an item, when they stole an item, they stole part of us too. So technically, they are being brought before. Technically, we are being brought before whoever holds the deal now.
Yeah. Okay.
But
And I mean, some cases they actually have stolen
People.
actual children, right? They've kidnapped. Yeah, so they've done that. They've absolutely done that.
But if there is anything in particular that you, sirs, can do, you've not broken any deal, and we are guests at your carnival, and we provided you a great service. And we are likely going into great danger for the sake of the carnival.
Aren't we also fulfilling our end of the deal from 8 years ago?
What deal?
Aren't we supposed to be brought before Sibylna? Because we were troublemakers? Aren't you supposed to help us with that?
We were never the ones who meant to like escort people. Mr. Witch says no. They were brought to them by magical means. I believe usually a pixie might appear and teleport them and whisk them away, but usually they'd be brought back safe and sound. As far as I'm aware, Sibylna would have some words with them and try to make them see their wrongdoings and turn a new leaf. A valuable lesson for a young child of that age. But
Hey, April.
they wouldn't be unharmed.
Do
Huh?
you-
Yeah, what?
When did you start? When did you make this promise with Old Lorna to Old Lorna
Lorna.
to start taking lost things or to start stealing from the troublemakers?
Oh, she scratches her head. Yesterday, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, yesterday.
Well, what about 8 years ago when you stole my sword?
She looks at you. Her eyes blink out of sync again. Years? What's a year?
Silly question.
Can I eat it?
Wait.
Yes, you can. Don't let anyone ever tell you can't eat anything.
Oh.
And then to keep her occupied, I'll have her hold on my hand and I'll try to like flick her, but have her dodge it, so that would keep her entertained.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she keeps engaged.
April, does that mean my sister was brought in yesterday?
Yesterday. You look like you've grown. Do all humans grow that fast in a day? Wow. He says.
You can
Normally
grow
we
that.
take a bit more
Things go.
time.
You can grow that big.
That's
too.
why I love this place. Everything goes so fast in this place. It's great. And she zips around your head, jumps up and jumps back down. I can barely keep up.
Mm-hmm.
But also, if there's anything, Mr. Witch and Light, that we can do more. All you need to do.
You are offering to embark on a dangerous quest. As going to the Feywild is no simple task. There are many dangers and tricksy creatures over there. I'd be warned about the 3 rules of hospitality, reciprocity, and ownership. And although it's normal etiquette here, I would be careful about who you introduce yourself to, if they ask your name. And also, saying thank you is seen as a slight. It's a rude gesture. Thanking someone means that it's almost as if you owe them something. It's all very strange. He kind of shakes his head and says, I bet a Soldi isn't having to deal with this much trouble. He says this to Mr. Light, specifically. And he kind of awkwardly laughs and goes, yes, Mr. Wish is right. Just be careful with your words, I suppose. But, is there anything we can do to help them on their way, Mr. Witch?
Baird will smile and say, perhaps finding a few extra gifts to give the monarch would be a fair solution. I'm sure there are plenty of things you have around that the monarch may be able to use.
He lifts up a trunk. No, these aren't any good. Gold won't do you much good in the Feywild. He looks through again. Says, "Oh, wait, I know." And he stands back up. Thaco, come! Could you come here, please?
Oh, no.
You see him like grunting as he heads over, and he says, "He's a clown of few words, but many talents. Thaco, could you fashion each of these wonderful folk a balloon of whatever creature they ask for? Oh, and tie it with some ribbons." Thaco is like just looking for a moment, like, really? These aren't children, Mr. Light. You really want me to? You know what? Never mind. He's asked for weirder things, and he just starts pulling out different colored balloons. All right, what do you want? He points to you, Ulric.
I want a blue frog.
Blue frog coming up. Yeah, he's makes a balloon animal for each of you one by one.
I want a gorilla. Purple gorilla, please.
Okay.
What was
Go
Mr.
for it.
Light's wording again? For each of these
What was his wording?
creatures?
Yeah, these fine folk, he said. So yes,
fine
I
folk.
guess
That would include Jack and April, right?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely, it would.
Jack would ask for a cow.
What's wrong with this? What's wrong with this Jack guy? I don't trust him.
Yeah, you see Thaco has to like hold his bubble pipe in his mouth as he's twisting and stretching the rubber of the balloons. Then finally, he produces a beautiful cow. It's a Highland cow with the little fuzzy hair over the face.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, the balloon animal
And-
hair! Wow.
What about you with the mask? Huh? What do you want? You got a bug mask? I could do a beetle or something.
She'll just nod.
You know-
The mask kind of goes yellow, and she'll just look at the group and be like, somebody pick a color?
Oh, yeah, yellow
Is
is,
your-
happy, right?
No, yellow's confused.
Oh.
Is
Orange.
green happy?
Orange.
No,
is joy.
orange.
Orange
Orange
is
is
happy.
joy.
Oh, Baird says orange.
Mhm. Orange
All right,
flamingo.
orange. Flamingo. He closes his eyes as if he didn't just hear that kind of absurdity, but all right.
Flamingos can be
Orange flamingo. Whatever. He just gets on with it. The quicker he gets these balloon animals done, the better. So he just makes you an orange flamingo, Notus. And anyone else? What does Vaike want?
Purple gorilla.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. He gives you a purple gorilla.
Hell yeah.
And am I missing anyone?
Garreth,
Or is it? Oh, can I go? Oh, all right. What do you want,
I
son?
get a blue swan?
Yeah, there's one over there. He points to the lake. And then as you look back, he's already made it for you and goes, "There you go."
And then,
Thank you.
And and he does put a little ribbon around the neck and
did Bird
and
get
the
one?
string.
Bird?
Yeah, Baird will softly smile and say, look to Mr. Thaco and go, is there anything that you particularly like to make, Mr. Thaco? Your favorite thing?
Poodle. Everyone loves poodles.
No one's asked me what I want.
Well, I'd love to know. If you would indulge me.
He looks around for a moment and he goes, "Well, it was always my idea to incorporate this imagery into the Witchlight. So it's going to be a butterfly for you, a golden one." And sure enough, he ties it all together. And yeah, it turns out Thaco is the one to come up with the Witchlight, the little butterfly wings all along.
Baird,
It has become
Nice.
a mainstay.
yeah, Baird smiles and holds it close, and he thanks Thaco for indulging in his desire.
He gives a nod, and
You're an important part of this carnival, Mr. Thaco. Thank you.
yeah,
We
well,
should mingle more with
guess-
the guests. Instead of being all nerdy in the
Ah.
staff area.
people don't want to see an old clown anymore.
Not true.
I'm sure there are plenty of kids who would love to hear the stories you can tell. I'm sure you've got plenty of people trying to sneak in back here and ending up in all sorts of chaos.
You guys just see Notus like,
True.
bouncing the balloon by the string up and down, and the mask slowly goes the same color as the balloon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We found out it's balloons. That's what makes Notus happy.
Yeah.
It's true. Mr. Light pops out his head out of the wagon and says, "You could do story time now that I think Cattlefoot's going to have his hands full. After all, no one knows the history better than you." Maybe I'll just information desk instead or something.
No.
I'm not really of a storyteller, but he does finally give a grin and puffs on the bubble pipe. Oh, well, suit yourself if you ever change your mind. That opening is still there. You
Is
see him kind
Storytime
of like
still there?
scratch his chin. It is, but of course Candlefoot he hasn't got a voice anymore,
Yeah.
so he couldn't do story time.
Yeah, now he has. But
But
Yeah,
he's gonna be
that's true.
busy.
Yeah,
He's
he's
actually-
speaking of Candlefoot,
making
Ulric, I believe Candlefoot was also looking for you.
For me?
But Athako will continue to say, "But I'm not doing any more stage performances. Not after that knife throwing accident."
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. Did you get
Yeah.
stabbed? What happened?
Someone did, yeah. Anyway, I'm not gonna talk about it.
I knew why I liked you, Sacco.
He kind of wanders off.
We all now
Uh,
believe that Thaco killed the man on stage.
I fully accept that. That's so cool.
It was for a good reason.
As you- For the first time, Thaco grinning, you see the Witchlight vein is spinning at full speed. I think you've just about brought happiness to every single person in the carnival, even the miserable old Thaco the clown seems to have cracked a smile. And I think at that point, the Witchlight vein is like shaking in his hand. He's like, "Whoa, I can barely keep a hold of this thing."
Explode!
No, it doesn't explode. He says, come to think of it, we shouldn't keep the crowds waiting any longer. We will, after the crowning of the Witchlight Monarch, meet us inside the Hall of Illusions.
Of course.
There, we will send you on your way. Maybe you can find Zaelong and put an end to this horrid deal that's gone so sour.
Yep, that's the plan.
Of course, sirs. And like Baird will bow.
Mr. Witch, what time is it?
About time we crown a monarch. And he puts his top hat back on, heads down the stairs.
was gonna
He
say,
offers you guys to leave, but you can say something.
I think your watch says it's time for the Witchlight hour.
May well be, but I don't want to pack up just yet. The Witchlight hour is
Oh, that's
when
the
the
end of the
Witchlight
carnival.
would come to an end, come to a
Yes.
close.
Oh,
We
not
still
the
got 2 more
crowning of the.
days.
Okay.
He nods to Burley, who's also made his way out here, and he's been watching the whole thing kind of unfold. And you see he's got a big smile on his face. There seems to have been a good progress made, it seems. He goes, all right, everyone. You would like to follow me? I'll get you front and center stage for the crowning. Everyone's ready and waiting.
Yeah.
As we're walking
Mhm.
over,
Huh?
can I just just toss April in the air and catch her repeatedly?
Yeah, sure. April does jump and jump. She leaps onto this weird periscope as well and like spins around on it for a
Mhm.
moment. And just as you're about to leave the stagecoach, Mr. Light says, "Oh, Vaike, Bird, I'd like you to hold back for a moment, please, if you would.
Mm-hmm.
Of
It
course.
won't take a minute.
If
All right."
Yeah.
Ulric, Garreth, and Notus, you head down the ramp past Thaco with your balloon animals, and Burley's like, "Hey, you got Thaco to do his old trick. Haven't seen those in a long time. Pretty cool."
You will. Hopefully, there's some more of those. I mean, I think every
should
carnival
pester him
could
more.
use a few clowns, and I'll like honk my clown nose that I still have from my face paint. I forget everything I do. I'm doing this with clown face paint on.
It adds
He
to it.
says, "Yeah, I need more clowns." All right. All right. If you'd like to guys to follow me, Mew says, "Where's Vaike?" Oh,
Vaike is
He's
having a
just
date
coming.
with Mr. Light. He will be back in a bit.
Mr. Light and Mr. Witch help you up and into the stagecoach. The Witchlight vein is still spinning, and he kind of closes the door for a moment, and he says, "So, before we were rudely interrupted, the strange little lorning creature, we were just about to crown the monarch, you see. And it's very evident to me." He holds out the vein that spins so fast it's hardly visible. It kind of does that illusion where, when the wings of a butterfly looks like it's like flapping really fast. It kind of looks like that. And he says, "Well, it's not gone unnoticed that you two have brought possibly the most joy to the carnival that I've ever seen before. And, well, it's hard to decide who. The Witchlight vein it's spinning so fast I can hardly tell which one of you it is, but and he holds it out and he goes back and forth between Vaike and Bird, and he to the both of you, you can see it is just barely spinning faster when it hovers over to Bird. Just a fraction faster. And he says, "You seem like both really good friends, and, well, I was wondering which of you would like to be the monarch? Or
Baird
deserves
will,
it.
I would
Bird
let you
deserves it.
decide."
Bird deserves it.
Baird will smile and look at Vaike, and putting his hands over Vaike's like he did with April and So Pig and everyone else, he flips Vaike's hands palm up and says just very calmly, "A hero like you deserves to be looked up to, Vaike. Sword or no sword, you've provided someone and so many people here hope. You're someone worth looking up to. And while we still may find it yet, you have helped so many more people in a diminished state than many ever would. Besides,
I gotta refuse. Bird, you've done so much more. You're the unsung hero of this carnival, 100%.
As
I will.
Baird will
Oh, go ahead.
smile and sort of stepping out, like literally like bowing out almost. He looks
Oh,
up
no,
at
you
Vaike
don't.
and says
No, you
calmly,
don't. I'll put you in a headlock and I'll grapple you if I have to.
will smile and
You-
say to Vaike, when you've done it once, you've done it a million times.
No. You need to get your name out there. Come on. How are people going to remember Bird if he doesn't have a crown on the top of his head? Now, come on. You're going to be the monarch. I already feel like the monarch. And you, my friend, you don't look like you feel like the monarch. And I can tell.
As
You-
Baird like walks over to Mr. Light's like I imagine there's a little
Mm.
like table there.
Mhm.
And almost forgotten at the back of this little desk on Mr. Light's counter, he picks up this sort of like partially broken like pair of glasses. Like it's just covered in dust there. Sitting at the back of Mr. Light's like little
Hmm.
and he looks at
It's like
Vaike
a little
and says-
shelf. Yeah.
Yeah. And he just says calmly to Vaike, "It won't mean anything if I do it, Vaike."
It'll mean everything. Because once we get your name back, everybody will know that, according to this guy, you're the best monarch ever. So, I'm going to pick you up, throw you over my shoulder, and I'm going to tell Mr. Light, I got the monarch right here. I've already done. I have no desire to be the monarch. Give it to my friend right here. They deserve it more than anybody else I've ever met. And then I will begin to walk out with with Bard over my shoulder.
Well, seems your friendship is as beautiful as I thought it would be. Neither of you are willing to take it, but that's what makes you perfect monarchs in my eyes. You're just selfless, doing it for the pure joy and merriment of everyone else around you. Even now. He kind of like wipes a little tear from his own eye. Mr. Witch says, all right then, shall we? And you see him pick up a little box from underneath this shelf where you see the broken glasses. And he begins to head out with the box under one arm. Let's go. Let's give them a show. One final applause. One final, how do we say it? Encore.
Encore.
Mr. Witch is looking really ill. Mr. Witch looks so excited. Oh, it's going to be amazing. Come on then, you two.
Yep.
And yeah, you see them. You're led outside.
I'll either give I'll
and-
either give Bird a piggyback ride or he can ride on my shoulders. I'll let them pick.
Yeah.
All right.
I feel like a note should be made whenever I pass. Just let me know whenever we go past Notus. I feel like I need to.
Short notice.
Yeah, that'll be now, I guess.
Yeah.
Mm.
You notice you with your emotion sensing. As Baird is smiling like he always does, like playing along with everybody, but you see the color of absolute terror the closer he gets to the like the closer things are getting. Like
Terror as in black or
the color of a color that Notus would know well.
In the instance of the mask, when it comes to terror, all color just drains from it.
Mm-hmm.
So I imagine it's literally just really like you go because Baird normally is like obviously dark feathers. It just goes white. I'm imagining like white as a sheet kind of thing.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Would I notice this? no
An
pun intended.
insight check.
Hmm.
Sure.
Insight check. Alright.
I will roll a deception.
Beat a 9.
Mhm.
Shoot. You beat a 9.
I would probably just probably catch Vaike by the arm and just carefully pull him to one side for a second.
Yeah, I'll let Bird down. What's up, Notus?
What happened?
Well, they offered us both Monarch, and I feel like Bird earned it. Alright, is everything alright?
Where's Bird now? Like, is
Well,
he
we're
still with us, or-
we're still walking over, right?
Yeah,
Mr. DM?
you're on the way. Yeah.
Yeah, and we're
Correct.
in tow with Mr. Witch and Mr. Light.
Yep, correct.
Yeah,
I
he's right.
look at Bird. You don't want this, do you?
Ah, I just want him to be happy, but judging by your best,
When I say this isn't making him happy, I might not know emotions, but this is not going to make him happy.
okay.
Well, no, to be clear, Baird's acting exactly like he normally would. Like he's being nice to everybody, but it is like it is almost as if he's in many ways reliving a very bad day.
Mr. Light, can I get a moment?
Oh, yes, of course.
Bird,
How can I help?
Bird, come here. Look, I won't force you to be the monarch. If you want me to take the monarch, I will.
You insisted. It's
No.
fine.
I would like it if you would, tell me how you're feeling. I Notus told me that looks like you've seen a ghost. Looks like you're not feeling too up to it, and I don't want to force that on you. So I can take it. I can do it. Just be more honest with me next time. If I thought you were just being humble, because that's the type of person you come off as, very humble.
Baird looks into the crowd to see if he can see any trace of them.
Well, you see all of the staff members are gathering, a massive crowd, all the fairgoers. If you're looking for the Hourglass Thieves, April's still around nearby. So they're a little bit tiny. They're probably hopping up onto a tree to get a better view.
Ulric is considered a tree.
Yeah, there you go then. Hops on top of Ulric.
Yeah. Yeah, he's looking for an Hourglass Thief, one in particular.
Okay, roll me a perception check for that one.
Well,
Okay. Alright. I think only fair if I hit it against her stealth. So, 1 second. Ooh. Meets beats, I guess. Again, same as last time. You do barely make out a shadow in the tree line. Something is perched up on the branch, looking down, balancing much like an acrobat, much like you'd expect Gleam to be balancing across the branch, and then they sort of twirl and take a bow, and as they do, their face looks back up at you. This little act that's happening in the shadows to no one's applause. But you see it, and her grin stretches.
You'll always be the monarch in my heart, Bird, but I understand if you don't want to do it. I can do it.
Baird looks at Vaike and I'm gonna roll a wisdom save. I'm going to make Baird roll a wisdom save.
Oh,
to see if he can overcome this. No. So Baird literally just sort of like shakes his head no, like he can't talk. Like and he looks at Vaike and says, just calmly, I don't. Not again. No.
It's alright. I understand, buddy. Sorry for forcing it on you. Put a hand on your shoulder. It's all good. Just know, in my book, we tied, okay? We're both monarchs. We're both monarchs in my eyes, alright, man? And I'll pull you into a hug. Oh.
Yeah. Baird starts crying.
Yeah. Let it out, man. It's alright. They can start crying too. It's okay.
Not something about it. It's something's like but yeah.
Okay.
He sort of steps away and he does try to hide the fact he is crying from Garreth and Notus and everybody, but it only so successful, considering they're right there. But
You got that, Mr. White?
Oh yes, of course. If you're sure.
Yeah.
All right. Mr. Witch should be just getting ready now. Garreth, are you rolling an insight check for something?
yeah, just to see.
I'm trying to see how Baird is holding up.
He looks like he has just dodged a car. Like he looks
So
like
he goes back to his normal color.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
He looks like he looks like he is just dodged seeing a ghost.
And on top of that, Baird, you see as you're making your way back down the pier into the stalls where Notus is sitting, you see the shadow of Gleam. Obscurity is now... Her smile is sort of gone. She's kind of letting out a weird-looking sneer. And her eyes are almost tiny slits as though she's narrowed them. And her arms are folded. He doesn't look pleased about something. And then you can sort of see her just sort of shrug. But Delagron's here as well, and she wraps two tentacles around Garreth and Notus on either side, taps your shoulders.
Oh.
Greetings.
Hello.
You're here for the show.
It better be a great one.
I heard you talking to Mr. Witch and Mr. Light. Did you come to an accord?
I hope so.
We did.
We're gonna have a field trip when the crowning is over.
Our eyes go wide. I think I know what that means.
There's a lot of promises we made.
All right, well.
We're gonna reach for the stars.
We're gonna make it right.
Yeah.
With that, she brings you all in for a hug. Like a four-way hug. And
Notus is
Yeah,
protecting
you see-
her balloon from anything sharp and pointy.
all right. Meanwhile, Ulric, you see your favorite performer, double act, your duo in crime, beginning to be led up the pier, and you see Candlefoot is also approaching with a box that Mr. Witch has given him. Let me change up the music here. So, what do we got? The stage is set. The crowd has amassed, and the lake is still. Mr. Witch is looking over the crowd. Still, the witchlight vein spinning rapidly, and he addresses everyone. Gains his voice suddenly grows like 3 times louder to address everyone. Carnival goers, guests, witchlight hands. It is with the utmost joy that I am proud to present our witchlight monarch. It was very difficult trying to find who truly has brought the most joy, and that couldn't have made me prouder. That there are so many of you here bringing happiness, spreading joy to everyone around you. In my heart, you're all a witchlight monarch. But we have a special gift for one special performer who I think you've all seen around. Their face has grown quite famous from attraction to attraction. And, well, we're proud to present them a little something for the occasion. Candlefoot, if you would. And you see Candlefoot is the one to approach, and Palasha is splashing kind of nearby in the water, and you know, they share a look as Candlefoot steps up. You know what, actually, Palasha will give him a ride across the river and gets towards the little sea clam. And Vaike, you're there waiting already.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, let's see. The spectators all kind of stand up, trying to get a better view of what's happening. Mr. Light takes his leave, actually, and you see Delagron actually has to escort Mr. Witch and Mr. Light down the pier to address the crowd. Candlefoot removes the lid of the box, and you see it looks like a hat box. And inside is this beautiful crown made of golden butterflies, and it's actually kind of like one of those Greek like wreaths which you see on like the old kind of statues, right? Yeah, like the Olympics and such. But instead of like leaves, they are butterfly wings that are like tessellating all the way around to the front. And yeah, he deftly picks it up and gives you one final smile and places it upon your head as Mr. Witch and Mr. Light declare the Witchlight Monarch. And you see the vein spinning so rapidly that this thread of golden light begins to spin from it and wind its way towards you, the chosen monarch. And as it does, it weaves and swirls around you, knitting together, creating these beautiful golden butterfly wings. And immediately, Vaike, you begin to feel your form become lighter and lighter, as if the joy that you've brought to the carnival is now lifting you up in turn. And you see them spread out before you. Everyone just sees this beautiful display of flapping wings. Candlefoot like dives back onto Palasha, and yeah, you feel yourself lifting up from the stage. The dancing lights are still here as well, the ones you made from earlier, and they start to spin around you like a halo of light. And with that, suddenly you see Mr. Witch in the background setting off a massive display of fireworks that begin to explode into the night sky. And I've actually got some fireworks set up over here. Here we go. Oh, where are they? Yay! Here they are. All kinds of colors burst into the light.
Oh no, I can't see them.
Oh, poor Notus.
No.
It's fine. I enjoy the show regardless.
There we go. Can you see them?
I just
We
watch
can.
orange slowly grow through the crowd instead.
Yeah.
Baird will use prestidigitation to make little fireworks right by near where Notus is.
But she can't discern the colors, only the sparks, right?
Yeah, so I can see
Yeah,
the
you
light,
see the
but I
dazzling
can't see
light.
the color.
Absolutely.
That's what I mean. So I can still enjoy
Yeah.
it, but I'm more distracted by the
Absolutely.
orange going through the crowd.
Ulric has a very
Oh.
like bittersweet feeling about everything that's happening right now.
I think
know
know
Notus.
what we can do. If
Well,
we
hold on,
spread a lot of
I wanna
emotions
ask
to the
Ulric.
group.
What is going through Ulric's mind, if I may ask? Can we delve into the Minotaur's vision?
I think because he was sort of sitting away from everyone. I think seeing the whole display with like Baird and Vaike, and then seeing Vaike in this fantastical scene, he's like happy for him, but he feels kind of alone. Like
Oh no.
like almost like the only person who's really been with him for the majority of his life is kind of moving on to
Oh,
brighter
Bigger
paths,
and better things.
but he's kind of
Hmm.
Ulric still Ulric.
my heart.
Ulric's perhaps there at the end of the pier, right? Like waiting for Vaike to approach, and instead of Vaike coming to you, you actually see Muse running up past the boards and like leaping towards Vaike as if to have him catch her, like she did when she fell from the tightrope. So she leaps
Wow.
from the pier, Vaike.
Oh, I'm diving for her.
Absolutely. Just to add to that bittersweetness
Oh my god.
of
No.
Ulric's feeling.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I'm
Muse is
I
caught in your arms, Vaike.
Of course.
Notice you would definitely sitting next to Baird. You would see that Baird is trying not to watch anything. He is trying not to look at it. He's trying to avoid like any of it. He is not orange.
If I notice this,
Oh, no.
I'm gonna give him a nudge and just sort of say, "I've got to go do a thing. Do you want to come with?"
He nods.
Mhm.
He doesn't even say anything.
I give Garreth a poke and I'm just gonna be like, "We'll be right back. I just gotta go do a thing."
Okay.
Should take care.
It is.
If I see like
It
what
is
color
at
is
this-
Ulric, can I just ask what color is Ulric? Because he's sitting by himself.
I think
What is bittersweet to you? What color is bittersweet?
yeah.
Hmm.
Whatever bittersweet would be, it's like a swirl of just kind of like he's happy, but he's almost like confused. He's also never really like felt this way before. He's felt alone, but it's not really the same as just how he felt when he was just alone.
Isn't that like
It's almost
happiness
like
with a
something's being like taken from him, kind of.
I know what color that is. It
Hmm.
is. I know what color that is. That's the exact color Baird has been all night.
Wow.
The entire day. The entire
Oh my
day. That is the color Baird has been.
Hmm.
Okay, in which case
And I'll
I'm
tell you what
imagining.
color that is. It's an off orange, right? So it's joy, kind of, but there's this off color to it. I would say it looks like the color that Jack actually is
Oh.
sometimes when he's like, is he got like different eye color, right? If you mouse over Jack, right? He's got a different
Yeah.
eye color. Is that orange?
It's a yellow. It's like a yellowy
It's
orange.
yellow, but
That is the color. It's a yellowy orange
Like the inside of a
And-
pumpkin.
Mm-hmm.
inside of a pumpkin. And you know what? Ulric isn't alone. Garreth, slipping out of your basket to see
Yeah.
Ulric all alone. I know April's with them, but I can imagine that Jack
is hurt.
swats April away and perches on Ulric's shoulder and is like just giving a slow pat to Ulric as a small little bit of yellowy pumpkin drool dribbles down him.
Oh.
He's drooling, he's hungry.
Mhm.
Yeah, me too, buddy.
Yeah,
So am I like flying around?
real
I got like,
hungry.
are these wings real?
Yeah, Vaike, they're not an illusion. They feel like you can lift up and flutter away.
Oh,
And with Muse in your arms, you've had that instinct to leap forward and catch her. And in that moment, you whisk them up into the air. The wings propel you through the dazzling fireworks, and you're able to soar over the carnival. Everyone begins to cheer, and the march of the parade begins with Mr. Witch at the front, Mr. Light, sorry, at the front, waving the Witchlight vane in the air. And this massive parade begins to circle around the Witchlight Carnival in a figure of 8, going all the way around and back to the Calliopean again.
I just noticed that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
There it
Yeah.
is.
It's a loop. Oh my goodness.
It's 2 loops.
It is.
It is
But
2
yeah.
loops, and they do this figure of 8.
But yeah, whenever Baird goes with Notus, it's very much in the realm of like. It seems like Baird is trying to like shut off all of his like sensory, like he is trying, like he has his hands around his ears and. And it is not out of malice. Like it is. It's almost like he can't control himself that much of a situation he's in.
All right. I'll fly around
do you
the
wanna-
whole carnival.
Okay,
Just that's
Yeah.
what I'm doing.
perfect. And where is Notus going? I'm curious.
So Notus is going to head to probably the lost property booth.
Mhm.
And she's going to ask if she can have a paper and a pen.
Okay. Yeah, easily done. Yeah, you're given a paper and pen.
And then
The
I'm going
ticket
to
booth, Nicholas can provide you with one.
Cool. And then I'm going to sit down and I'm going to pen 2 letters. One is to
Okay.
Strongheart, and one is to my father.
Uh-huh.
Because if we're leaving,
Ah,
then she's going to let them know where she's going. So for Strongheart, she's going to
Okay.
obviously just say, give him the details, almost like a mission report kind of thing.
Mm.
But the one to her father, she adds like little drawings and doodles. So she like draws the balloon and, you know, she kind of
Mhm.
draws everybody's faces and
that's cute.
sort of describes the whole thing. It doesn't have much feeling to it, but she describes it.
Does your
Mhm.
letter mention Vaike to Strongheart?
No, the one to Strongheart is very, very straightforward. This is what I'm
Oh.
doing. This is where I'm going.
Okay, just curious. Just curious.
Because judging from the sounds of it, obviously, I Notus isn't sure whether
There's
or
abandonment
not he
issues.
would want him to know.
Mhm.
So
Ah.
it probably wouldn't occur to her to put it in there. But the one to her father
Mhm.
is like fully detailed with everybody.
All right.
And then she'll
The
see if
bird's helping you?
someone will, and I'll see if someone will deliver them for me.
Yeah, the little pixie on Nicholas's shoulder will absolutely deliver them for you. Oh, it's at the end of the carnival, so there's nothing else for me to do. I'll happily deliver them for you. Got some addresses?
I give the address of the shop and obviously the barracks.
Alrighty.
Baird will
That's on
also.
wait, that's on a different continent, but that's okay. We can manage that. I mean, it's not a different continent, but I
It's
mean,
a different zone,
it's on
but
the far side of Midra. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's miles away, but it's okay. I'll use the fairy ring, and they fly over, all the way over to here, past Millie's face paints. I think that's where the fairy ring is. Or is it mushroom? Oh no, it might be over here. Yeah, I see the mushrooms now. Sorry, the the mushrooms are around here, behind the staff area, and they're going to use that ring of mushrooms to quickly teleport across Midra and deliver these letters. Lickety split.
Baird will actually also write some letters. Writing the address on the outside of them. It is just simply, and Notus would see this, it is just simply, I'm sorry if I never come back. And it is to exactly the two people you'd expect it to be. And
well, yeah.
And whenever he gets to signing his name, he just writes those 5 notes on like a musical staff.
Okay. All right. Okay, so that's what's happening over there. Meanwhile, Vaike, you parade around like a shooting star across the parade. And Muse is in your embrace as you fly around. He's like, you can fly! You can fly now! This is incredible! This is like the Bubble Pop Teapot, but 1,000,000 times better!
What can I say? Just another day in the office.
She said you really did bring joy to the carnival, like you promised, and they recognize you for that.
Well, I can't take all the credit. I did have some great friends to help me.
She nods and
as I say that, I'll try to spot like Ulric in the crowd, and I'll try to go for a drive-by high five.
Hey, there you go.
He'll very like, kind of begrudgingly, but he'll like put his hand up and give a half smile, a pretty fake smile. He'll try to play it off.
A pretty fake smile, you would say?
A fake. Interesting. I wonder if he picks up on that, or are you just having too much
definitely
of your...
not. Definitely not.
Okay.
He's under the impression that everything's good. He fixed all the problems with Bird. Everyone else is happy. Why would Ulric not be happy?
Yeah.
You know, he's none the wiser. He's not a very insightful guy. Yeah. I'll ask Muse. Is there anywhere particular you want to go?
She just says, she looks around. Where are we? We're in Weep. So I guess she would love if you could take her to, let's say to the highest tower of Weep, which is called the Crow's Nest.
Yeah, we'll go there.
Yeah, she just wants to be on top of the world right now. And so this is reserved normally for like guild meetings between all the artisans of Weep. And this is where they hold their meetings and stuff. But you can fly all the way to the top and land on this. It's a massive domed, beautiful. It's almost like a cathedral, but it's like a glass domed top. And you can see the waterfalls of Weep from here. Twin waterfalls that cascade down over the actual cathedral, and it's just this beautiful twilight in the air. The fireworks light up the night sky, and yeah, it's the most romantic, picturesque seaside city that you can picture in your mind.
Until the town turns up because they're trespassing.
Yeah. There's a guard who's like, hey, get down from there. You're not supposed to be up there. But yeah, you're just ignoring them. They're getting drowned out by the fireworks.
Mm-hmm.
And then they see you and notice your beautiful golden wings, and immediately they kind of drop the hard act, and they're like, "Wow!" They're just in amazement. And this is because you have a +5 to all charisma checks whilst you have the wings out. Yeah, so yeah, it's a +5 to everything charisma based. You have a flying speed equal to your walking speed as well, and the parade just loves you for it. You're just like the man of the hour, effectively.
Yeah. How long does it
What else?
last? I don't want to strand us on top of the tower.
Let's see. It lasts for an hour, which is roughly how long the parade will take. It is a supernatural charm. It is called the Charm of the Monarch. I'll drag it to your sheet, and
Wait,
you'll be pleased to know that this is something you get. I've been making sure that it works and it's automated, but I've also got some art on the well, I couldn't find art that really suited it, but you can already kind of imagine what I was kind of describing, like a Greek-like wreath with butterfly wings. The actual module doesn't provide me with art, which is a real dish down shame, but
For some reason, they
hey, if
decided
anyone's
that
feeling
the crown wasn't important.
no, right? No. I guess I do get it though. The crown isn't something that stays with you forever. It does dissipate, and then you can choose to activate it again later. But it's a feature on your sheet now. I'll favorite it for you.
Ooh,
Yeah, it's Charm of the Monarch, and you can have a read of that. It's got...
Yeah.
Not counting
Whoa.
this one.
Nice.
Yeah, it doesn't stay with you forever unless something happens, but that's it.
Yeah. But yeah, otherwise you're free to enjoy the festivities and fly around as much as you like. The carnival parade, I'll just mention a couple of the other things that you didn't quite see. Where were they?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Before heading back, we'll grab a wheat pizza.
Mm-hmm.
A weepsa.
Oh yeah. From
Pieces
the
of 8.
Pieces of 8.
Yep.
Yes. Excellent.
I'll go in with my golden butterfly wings. Bye.
Yeah. They see you and they're like, no. They see the crown as well, and they're like, well, I didn't know we had royalty here. Please, it's our pleasure, and they give you like free pizza as a result as well.
Wow. Damn.
It's like when,
Yeah, it's +5 charisma.
it's like when a convention walks out of town, you walk in cosplaying at a Domino's.
Mm-hmm. They all think you're like a massive celebrity.
Mhm.
Yeah, so the night continues on. You see a pair of satyrs with red and white striped horns playing pipes, leading the procession of dancing witchlight carnival goers. And also, it seems like a whole string of rodents have also been caught up in this. It looks like maybe the rodents are now following the Pan Piper. And there's a lot of rats in Weep, let's be honest. So, what else is there?
They're just gonna join the rat circus at the next carnival.
Yeah. There are giant singing flowers that burst from the ground and serenade the parade as it passes by. Giant snails as well. They too have broken free from their race from the enclosure, but no one is hardly pressed about catching them. A lively jig led by a troop of gnomish clowns try to catch up to you, Ulric, and the spectacle of you as this massive giant clown in and amongst the other small gnomish clowns sets everyone off into fits of laughter. What else have we got? Oh, a Goliath goes to wrestle some goblins. They're trying to emulate Vaike's like finishing moves that he did during the goblin wrestling, and he looks up at you, Vaike, and like, yeah, this one's called the Crimson Fist, and punches the goblin.
Yeah.
But yeah, all around this festival has gone off without a hitch. And meanwhile, Garreth, whilst this is all happening, you feel like the talk about promises, pacts, and all of this nonsense, it's
What
almost
nonsense?
well, to others it sounds like nonsense, but to you it means something. And that's what you're coming to the realization of right now. You too made a promise before setting out here. You made a promise to Madrick Roslov.
Mm-hmm.
And more than ever, it's now apparent that this pact, it's very much real. The power that's been granted to you has never felt more alive. It's almost as if magic is tingling at your fingertips, ready to be sort of spun into tricks, illusions, and all kinds. It's almost like something has awakened in you, seeing the wings erupt on Vaike. It's almost like you can feel your own wings. Metaphysical ones, you could say.
I just want to go in the Hall of Mirrors.
Well, that's probably where you
Yeah.
feel drawn to. It's almost
Yeah.
as if to you, this power is drawing you to it, and simultaneously, you're drawing the power from it. Like there's this connection that is like this tether, this weave that you saw Mr. Light spinning with the vein that tethered the wings to Vaike. There's like a similar tether to you, leading you back to the Hall of Illusions. And after this several laps of the figure of 8 around the carnival is finished, and after the hour is up, you begin to feel the wings slowly fluttering to a halt, Vaike. And you can bring Muse down to a safe landing if you wish.
Absolutely, yeah.
The parade is now sort of split off. There's a lot of people heading home. I imagine Baird and Notus, you're coming back from the front, right? From the entrance.
Yeah, we'll go the quietest route, I think.
Yeah, Baird looks horrible. Like, awful. Like, like, a Baird looks like for lack of a better way to describe it, he looks like he is completely lost all energy.
Still in bubbles. Sorry,
It seems that like all the stress he's been hiding through the day, like bubbled up all at once.
Hmm.
Hey, it's only been a day.
It has.
It's actually been
Yes.
8 years, but it's
Oh.
been a day.
Well,
It's
that
just
too.
been a day. Why does it feel like 8 years? Well,
With that,
we're all
then,
gathered outside the carnival.
you're all going to be gathered outside the Hall of Illusions, but I would say that Baird and Notus, as you're heading back, you see all the carnival goers leaving up this trail, right? Saying goodbye to one another, saying goodbye to the friends they've made. You see hugs between families. You see children being led. Some are absolutely overjoyed and happy. Others are bursting with tears as if they don't want to leave, and they're like, no, it's time to go home. And they're like, no, I want to stay. You see a whole mixture of emotions. It's
They literally stop
It's something
and
to
just watch the
behold.
crowd.
To you,
It's-
Notice these are your fireworks.
Yeah, I've literally stopped in my tracks. I've never seen anything like it.
It's so beautiful. All this sadness and happiness all mixed together.
Baird sees the people who are like waiting around for other people, and like as those like
Mm.
groups like finally collect together and leave, he's just like notice you notice that like the Baird looks like more and more devastated like as the night goes on.
Are we all together?
This is Notice and Baird at the ticket office. They used some paper, but you guys are over by like here. They're like, you're over here.
He sees the like.
But-
Yeah.
Baird, can I ask you something?
Yes, Notus.
This is going to be, forgive me, potentially rather rude or blunt. I'm not very good at this sort of thing, but you seem very off.
Sort of standing, almost like nearby, sort of like almost framed, with the tent of lost things. He smiles and says, "I've just never been a fan of endings."
You know, I have a hard time with people in general, and most people give me a wide berth. So this entire day has been quite odd for me. But the thing that I'm struggling. I don't quite understand you. You smile and you walk around as if there's nothing wrong, and you do your best to make everybody happy, but from all I can see, from everything, all the colour that I lack and all the colours that I can see, it doesn't match. You're not happy. But you look it. And it's confusing.
Bear just sort of shuffles there. And almost like leaning on like one of these sort of pillars, I guess. Like as he sort of steps towards Notus, he says calmly, "You don't believe me when I tell you the truth."
I don't understand.
Exactly.
I'm not sure how we're expected to help you as your friends if you're not being honest with us. I mean, we are friends, I'm assuming. Correct me if I'm wrong.
When you say that, for the first time all night, Bear isn't sad. He smiles just a little bit. It's just a little more honest.
You can talk to us. We're not everyone feels like sharing, and I understand that. But it's hard. Well, I can't speak for the others, but it's hard for me to look after you if I don't genuinely know what you want to share and what you don't want to share. As far as I can tell, throughout most of the evening, you've been utterly miserable, and I'm not really sure how to help. If you don't want anyone else to know, then that's fine, but I need to know that you don't want me to say anything. But I also can't ignore it because I can see it. And I don't like seeing it. It's wrong. So please, if you cannot talk to anyone, you can at least talk to me. I can't say I'll understand, but can help. Hopefully. Maybe.
Baird's crying,
Oh god.
but he isn't sad.
Would you like to hold my balloon? Would that help?
As he just calmly says, I just want you guys to know.
To know what?
As he opens his mouth, the closest thing to what is happening is the way that the Mr. Witch and Mr. Light and Miss Cloppington and all the people have sort of talked around things all night. He opens his mouth before he shuts it, and then he pulls out his guitar. And he just, or his lute rather, and he just plays those 5 notes, just before, like, every other time he just suddenly stops, like he's stuck in his tracks.
Is that what you lost?
He nods.
I'm gonna pull out the card, the void, and I'm gonna show it to Baird. I lost more than my eyes. Everyone thinks that it's simply color that I've lost, and understanding, and it's more. I don't quite know how to describe it, but it's like
Everything.
Everything is gone. Everything is
Empty.
I don't know right from wrong. I don't really know what I like, what I don't like. People ask me a question and all honesty, I listen to whoever is nearby and I pick from that because I'm not entirely sure. Losing things is hard, and people will treat you differently, and this entire situation, the last few years, have been empty. Is that close, or?
You hear a voice next to your ears, both of you. It's a whisper, but you recognize it. That is exactly what it feels like.
Nobody asked you. I say that before I see anything.
And yet you address me. And yet you hold me in your hands. The void. You finally both understand exactly what it feels like to feel incomplete, to feel empty, nothingness, to have lost everything. Now
I
you're just
literally grab Baird by the arm and just start running. Bye.
You see that she isn't grinning this time. You see dark shades of tears run down behind the mask and falling off of her chin. They are like inky blots that land on the ground and drain all color from the earth, from the flowers.
Are you doing this? Are you really doing this? Are you making us feel sad for her?
No, we bloody aren't. I'm running.
You run away.
I run away. I run away.
Baird.
You've got your bed. Notus has got your hand bed, so if you're running with them,
I
you're getting further and further away.
I let go of Notus's hands in a very similar spot as the time I waited hours.
Mm-hmm.
As Baird just calls out, "This isn't the solution."
Notus stops thinking that he's talking to her about running away.
Pain like this doesn't teach anyone anything. No one learns or grows in a way that helps them. And that includes you, Obscurity. You find yourself lost in the shadow of another, and yet you find yourself stuck, replaying the same notes over and over again with no one to remember you. And if this is what you will do until the end of time, you're the only one who will be truly suffering the fate at which you bestow to others.
With that, it seems as though she goes to make a response, but it's been so long, the carnival has since past twilight and perhaps now eked its way into dawn. And just as she's about to respond again, perhaps another retort, you see the sun's rays just peeking over the distant mountains of Ice Elegy. And it seems to catch her attention, and as she looks at them, her form is just dissipated, and the rays just fade her away from existence. And the last thing you see is the light of the mountains beginning to shed, dispel the magic of the lights. There's no more fireworks in the air. It seems like time is racing forward. And with that, you were supposed to meet Mr. Witch and Mr. Light by the Hall of Illusions.
Yeah.
But she heard your words, but let's hope she took something to heart. All right. Meanwhile, back over by the Hall of Illusions, Mr. Light and Mr. Witch have met up with you, Garreth, Vaike, and you could perhaps be saying your goodbyes at this point. I would say that Counterfoot has found a quick moment to catch up to you guys, and he's heading over to you, Ulric. And Counterfoot's like, "Oh, hello, Ulric. I couldn't help but notice you looked a little, lonely on your own there. I've been standing by that pier many a times, feeling lonely. so I know what it's like. But I actually might have something that will lift your spirits. Here. This is a letter. It's addressed to you.
Oh. Okay, I'll open the letter.
Oh, maybe not right here. It's a little. Well, you'll see. He hands you the letter. It is, of course. It smells of like perfume, and it's got this wax seal on the front in the shape of like a love heart. And you can read
That
it
your
now
past
if you
extended
like.
warranty.
Wait, what's this?
I think Ulric would just open it right now.
All right, perfect.
What's it say?
It is
Read it.
It's a it's very clearly a love letter, and it is on your sheet. If you would like to have a look at your inventory,
whoa, what the heck?
Yeah, it's there.
Well, you gotta share. You can't just gatekeep it. I want to know.
Okay. Ooh, okay. All right. What's this say? In labyrinth, I'm not gonna read it in his voice. In labyrinth depths where shadows dance, there strides a minotaur with noble grace. Ulric, his name, his spirit, a romance, a heart of gold amidst the endless maze. Beneath his rugged form lies gentle soul, and eyes that hold the secrets of the maze. With strength untamed, yet kindness takes control. He walks with honor through the darkest days. His roar, a symphony of love's embrace, echoes through corridors of stone and fear. In his embrace, I find a sacred space where all doubts and worries disappear. O Ulric, keeper of the labyrinth's heart, in your embrace, I found my counterpart. Wow.
That's so sweet.
Who's it from, Ulric? I'm like jumping up and down next to him. I'm like, Ulric, who's it from?
It
There-
doesn't say.
You can make me a perception check, I guess. Trying to look for a signature of some kind or a hint,
If I'm looking over
anything really.
If I'm looking over his shoulder, can I
Yeah.
make one too?
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
like-
Both of you
I'm
can.
like moving away. I'm like, move, man.
And I'm following you. you.
No.
Okay. So there's no
Minus three.
signature you can discern.
Yeah.
There's the smell of perfume, but you can't. There's no clue that you can place. It's a mystery, an anonymous lover, I get. Oh, admirer. Sorry, an anonymous admirer.
Is the perfume familiar?
That was the perception check.
I see.
You're not. That was the only hint as to what it could have been, but you're not quite sure. It doesn't ring a bell.
Does it smell like gingerbread cookies?
Garreth.
What?
Does it smell like pumpkin?
That was
You can
it.
roll inside. You can roll inside checks, I suppose. If that's your thinking, if that's your line of thinking, roll insight.
Nope.
These rolls are bad. No, you have no clue. You look over towards Garreth for his reaction, and he does look a little bit off guard.
No,
What?
not me.
What?
Not me.
Why are you looking
not
at me?
Hey, it's
Me.
Candlefoot that gave you the letter.
Candlefoot, who gave us the letter? Who gave you the letter?
Oh, I couldn't tell. I'm sorry. You know that's a secret.
A mime holding his finger to his lips.
Yeah. He crosses his heart. You know, it's a secret.
This really does, it means a lot, Candlefoot. I don't really know how else to express my gratitude, but it does. It really means a lot.
Hey, we might have time tomorrow to find out who gave you the letter.
No, I don't think we need
Tomorrow.
need to pry too much. I mean, if the letter made its way over to me, I'm sure whoever gave it to me will probably come eventually. I don't think we gotta
Yeah,
worry
you
about it
you keep holding out, Ulric. Hold on to that.
Yeah, I will.
Oh, and if tomorrow is anything by April standards, that could be 8 years away. So yeah, you just gotta wait for love for 8 years. I'm sure you can hold on.
Fuck, it works the
Well,
other
I
way
mean-
around.
I'm pretty okay now. I don't think I'm really not too in search of a heart or anything. I'm pretty good now.
Okay. All right. Well, he hops off of your shoulder finally, and hops onto Garreth's.
It might
And fall.
It might be too late. I did want to bring up that Ulric did have the D6 good luck with wisdom.
Mm-hmm. Oh shit! Yeah.
Whoa.
What
I
was that from
forgot.
again?
That was
Fortune.
from the fortune teller.
That's true. Yeah, you have that as an option if you wish to use it, but you can hold on to it as well. It's up to you. There's no expiry date on that.
I'll hold on to it.
You wanna use it?
Not
Oh,
trying
use
to
it. Okay,
start
hold on.
his-
Okay. Okay. All right. Perfect. Well, Candlefoot says, "Well, me and Palasha would love to wish you a farewell and a safe journey onto the other side. I know what lurks in the Hall of Illusions, and well, last I saw, or at least smelt, there was a horrible stench coming from one of the mirrors. Smelt like stagnant water, but sure you'll be all right." Mm-hmm. He nods. Palasha is here as well, and she says, just stay true to yourselves. You have a bard with you, so I'm sure you'll have songs to keep you in high spirits. Muse says, Vaike, I don't want you to go, but at the same time, I know how seriously you take your promises, so
Oh yeah.
you've got to do this.
Are we like leaving now? It's like I'm pretty tired. I mean, I'm looking at the group with this. Are we?
Come on, Vaike. We made a
Are
promise.
Are we really going to have a whole night at the carnival and then go to who knows where?
Yes.
All right. I'll give Muse a hug.
She says, you gotta go before the magic wears off. I mean, I can only see your highlights of grown out. I wasn't gonna say anything, but maybe did you make a wish with like a fairy godmother that you could be
No.
like a handsome prince for a day? Oh, okay.
No, that's just me every day.
Wait, for a day?
That's just me every day. It was the mystery mine that turned me this old.
Well, I don't think it's every day, but
okay, Ulric. All right, man. You're throwing the game off. Okay.
Notus and Bard are back. Well, we mustn't lose any more time. Mr. Light says, "Come, follow me." Are you
Can't lose
going
time
with...
again? We just got your watch back.
That's exactly why you've got to make a move. The magic of the carnival is ticking, and well,
Tick tock says the clock. Let's go.
Before we
there are
reach
others on the
everyone,
other side. Yes.
Baird is going to thank Notus.
I'm not sure you should be thanking me. I made you cry. Usually that's not something to be thanked for.
Notus, Baird will smile, and as he sort of gets almost a little more in line with how he usually is, but less pained. He says, "Notice, you do a very good job finding lost things."
Really?
Baird will nod.
Haven't been told I'm good at something in a very long time. Thank you.
Ah! April says, "That's no way to talk to your friend."
What?
You said thank you. Ah! She plugs her ears.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah, but he's not
She
from the
means-
Feywild, so doesn't really count.
You're not from the Feywild. And she jumps into the tent.
Oh,
But that's
Come on,
what I
come
meant.
on. You stop standing around. And she
Yeah.
starts rushing on ahead.
yeah.
The mask
Hop,
goes
hop,
like
hop.
highlighter yellow. Like,
Yeah.
what?
I'll
Well,
I'll wave goodbye to Muse, and then I'll jump up and I'll bring
Oh, wait.
Ulric into a headlock as we walk through the gate or walk through the tent.
Do people even know what mirror it is? It's probably the one where we found Sopic, right?
I know someone
Mm-hmm.
who has Librithian
Yeah.
recall
yeah.
who could remember.
And
There's
I will-
two people that have seen the mirror.
Yeah, I will bow to Mr. Witch and Mr. Light and thank them once again for the opportunity.
You mean you're grateful?
I'm grateful
We'll-
for the
they-
opportunity.
They lead you in, actually. They say, "Oh, no, don't worry. Let's get you over there." And they're actually the ones leading you as well. But yeah, Ulric, you know the way through here. You can maneuver your way to the end real
Oh,
quick.
How did they get here?
Mm-hmm.
No, shoot.
They cheated.
Come on, Ulric,
Mm,
show us the way.
hardly. But the Witchlight Pocket Watch also has the ability to teleport us to anywhere in the carnival. So
If it's okay, Notice. I don't have dark vision, so I'm gonna put my hand on your shoulder as we walk through.
Yeah, it's fine.
Well,
Okay.
there isn't much need for
Does one person need to say it, or can we do it as
A
in parts?
group?
Group activity.
Yeah.
Oh,
Everyone
of
says
course,
a
yes,
word,
little-
and then we'd go around in a circle.
Someone's gonna mess it up.
No. I'll have
You guys
someone
ready to go to
else.
the Shadowfell?
God.
That's another.
Oh yeah,
mirror.
I did say you'd end up in like Avernus or something if you didn't you? All right, well, you know the words already, it seems. We were going to tell you all about them, but seems you've done your own sleuthing. They step aside on either side of the mirror and say, "Well then, let's hear it."
Hitter.
Thither.
Who's next?
Oh, I'm not gonna remember it.
No, I don't remember.
Here.
Here and there.
Yep.
know we need-
didn't make
Wander
me
yonder.
remember it.
Wander yonder. Show me where.
Yeah, April
Yeah.
joins in as well, and I think she's the one who says the last line, and she's like, "Show me where? Show me already!" And immediately, you see a swirling portal begin to open up, and April's the first to leap through. Whee! And you hear a splash as she jumps through, like that of jumping into a pond. And well, there's actually some art of this actually. I'll show you.
The one in
Who are you
Rome.
looking at?
Doesn't work.
There it is. The magic mirror swirls to life. A glittering portal waiting for you through the looking glass, which says, "Mind the rule of 3. And remember, the future, present, and past will also play a role.
Oh, that's why you didn't
Future,
want us to hear the
present, and
story.
past." And Light also says, "And find the alicorn and free the dormant queen at last." And with that, he pats you on the back as you are all kind of sucked through and into the portal one by one. And sent through onto the other side. Well.
Sorry. What did Light say we need
yeah.
to find? The alicorn?
The alicorn.
What the hell's an out?
Mm-hmm.
We need to find Twilight
If you-
Sparkle.
Isn't that a unicorn?
No, it's an alicorn is a
No.
unicorn and a Pegasus.
Oh.
It's a Pegasi unicorn. It's both.
Mm,
The terminology.
mm.
Sorry, the terminology is.
A winged
You might
unicorn.
not know what
Okay.
that is in game, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know. Okay. In that case, then I'll load the next scene. But in doing this, as the magic of this portal swirls around you, you see these kind of shifting shapes, geometry that you've never witnessed before, sparkling lights of colors you've never even imagined before, scents and feelings that you've never experienced in your life swirl through you. And as you're approaching your destination, as you're aiming towards a new world, you feel filled with determination.
Looking at you
And
guys fills me
Garreth,
with
that power.
determination.
Yep. And Garreth, that power that you've been pulling onto, it feels like you've grabbed a hold of a rope, and the rope is now pulling you faster than light through the eye of a needle into this wondrous world around you. And as soon as you land feet first into this world, it feels like you can breathe for the first time. It feels like your blood is pumping in through your veins. There is this energy that fills you, and everything feels just like alive in a most wondrous way. The power that has been dormant within you is now just bubbling to the surface. And everyone, you feel that energy as well, like that rising of Gareth's energy, and it spreads out to each of you like a web, like a weave that encompasses everyone. And the magic that's still just lingering enables you all to reach level 2. So congratulations on reaching level 2. Yeah.
Already.
Mm-hmm.
Level up. Level
Action
up.
surge. Action surge.
Action surge. Yep. We can do level up now if you like. And we can end the stream about. I think I'll just give you a little description before we end up, and it's of what you're seeing right now here on the new art. It appears as though you've landed on the top of a stony causeway, which is like a large stone bridge, and you've got this fantastical view around you of the distant misty marshes. But this isn't what you remember seeing, Garreth. This isn't the ancient forest, and the immediate smell of stagnant water fills your senses, just as Candlefoot said. And April is squat on the side of the causeway, looking pleased with herself. She's like, "Hey, you made it!" And look, she's actually probably about that big too.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, where? Oh.
He says, "I'm home!" and
Well,
starts starting off.
Whoa, April, wait!
Huh? She stops.
Can you point us in the direction of this Prismere place?
This is Prismere.
You're in it.
Oh.
This is Prismere.
Oh, well, where are you heading?
I gotta head back to Downfall. Old slack John Lorna is probably worried sick about me.
Alright, well, before you leave, what about high five?
Okay. She leaps and high fives you midair.
Alright, we'll see you soon. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Stay safe, April.
She does one more little spin around you, Vaike, and waits for you to sneeze.
I sneeze.
Gotcha. And she quickly scampers away. And yeah, you see her jumping down little toadstools that seem to run the wall length of the causeway. And then you hear a splash as she lands into a nearby pond in the marsh. But yeah, this is where you guys have ended up. The magic that's also filled you, it has revitalized you, and you've still got those little balloon animals on you as well. I want to point out, and we haven't discussed what they do yet, but we'll get onto that. But you felt as though when Mr. Witch and Mr. Light kind of told you this little rhyme towards the end, which was, how did it go again? It was.
They said something about found the alicorn.
Okay, yeah, here we go. Mind the rule of 3. Future, present, past. Find the alicorn and free the dormant queen at last. When they spoke these words and patted you on the back to send you through, you also all received the benefits of a long rest as well.
Oh,
Nice.
So you are fully prepared for the journey ahead. But yeah, I think overlooking this misty marshland is where we will wrap up tonight's session. But we will, guys, it will just make sure everyone's leveled up correctly off stream.
yeah.
But congratulations on making it to Prismere, to level 2, and adventure awaits.